KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, and we did it. We did it. Another Tuesday. Which means it's been a whole week since our last Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that's
we haven't done anything
pretty
yet.
good.
We say we did it. What did we do? We showed up. The show started.
Yeah,
those are the things we did. You can't say we did it when we haven't finished it. You know what I mean? So today at 3:00, the final whistle blows at the end of the actual on-air performance. Then we can tell people officially we've done it.
First up, though, I stumbled across something, and honestly, I don't usually click on sponsored articles on KSL.com. They don't usually interest me. But something interested me, and then there was a sublink within embedded link, and I don't know why this wasn't the headline of the whole thing, and that is the Utah Beef Council is holding a cheeseburger battle. And I saw that, and I thought, well, why wasn't this the title of the
our entire show today
of the article?
Yeah.
And so here's what it is. So they've got what they say are the top 20 burgers throughout the state.
20.
Yeah, they got 20.
So Caitlin, our producer's got in front of us. We've got the article here in front of us.
Yeah.
And this is from their website, right? The Utah Beef Council. First of all, what do you think those meetings are like?
They sound amazing to me.
Just the meeting, the Utah Beef Council convenes, and then what? And like, do you think they all?
I can only imagine.
They all just stare at each other while what is served at the Utah Beef Council council meetings? And I want to know. Can I be appointed to the council? Do I have to raise beef myself? That's what I'm wondering. Or can I just be such a good consumer of the beef that I could be a part of this council?
Well, I think that I would make you an honorary member just from your expertise.
But honorary is not good enough. I need to be on this council so I can see what's going on. I need my finger on the pulse of, the finger on the pulse of all the cows that are dead that I now eat.
So you can know.
Yeah.
So they've got voting July 1st through July 31st.
Okay.
And you can go to the website, utahbeef.org. And then they've got the top 5 vote getters will be judged by a panel of experts, I presume from the Utah Beef Council.
Yes.
I think this is where they really make their money. And then they're going to crown the official winners. First place winner.
Did you say crown the official winner?
Wink. First place wins $3,000. Second place $2,000. Third place $1,000. And a People's Choice Award goes for $1,000. So here's where they are, though. And I thought to myself, well, Alex, let's you and I go and try all these burgers. But they really are state. They really do cover this whole state.
Plus, there's 20 of them.
We would not be. Well, I'm not afraid of eating 20 cheeseburgers. The problem is the distance.
I was going to ask you about your journey, your spiritual and health journey that you're doing with the GLP ones.
You know what? I want to see the macros on a cheeseburger.
I bet it's pretty good.
I bet they're not as bad as other things.
And here's the other thing: can you enjoy the cheeseburger and have it be a normal situation? Like, can you enjoy the cheeseburger and go, can I get it with the lettuce wrap, and does that count? You know what I mean? Does the bun have to be served?
I think for contest purposes, for lunch purposes, you can get the lettuce. For contest purposes, you got to have it with the bun.
All right. So what do you have here? Let's start going through this list here.
So the first 3 are Burger Fusion in Salt Lake, Burley Burger, and Chom Burger, which is an American Fork.
Burley
Burger's up by my brother. I've been there before a couple times.
Yeah. So here's the thing: so let me tell you about Burley Burger and the advantage that you get. And I'm not endorsing Burley Burger over anybody else necessarily, but I'll just say they're right at the mouth of Weber Canyon. Okay,
yeah.
And if you're coming back from a ski day, you already know how this is. When you ski all day, any food you have right after you ski is the best food you've ever had.
Yeah.
And if you hit the Burley Burger, which is already a very, very good burger, and you get the onion rings and you get the shake.
Mm-hmm.
But they benefit from the fact they know exactly what they're doing, putting it there at the mouth of Weber Canyon. So everybody comes out and they go, I want a Burley Burger. And then they get it and then they go, I've never had a burger this good in my life. I know, it's because they were sweating their butt off on the hill for the last 4 hours.
So next up is Cook's Underground in Logan. Then Craving Cruiser, which is a Layton food truck.
Okay.
Crown Burger. Okay.
Yeah.
Here in
it's
Salt
got to
Lake.
be on there, yeah.
Fancy Burger in Orem. Now, this was one that intrigued me. It's there on the Do you have
is it ranked?
Fancy Burger? I think you got to go down one.
Is it ranked?
There it is.
All right, keeping up.
Okay, are these ranked or are they just listed?
No, they're just listed.
Okay.
That Fancy Burger looks good. It's a whole 10-ounce ribeye chopped into a patty with a salted crust, sharp American cheese, slab of caramelized Vidalia onion, Japanese
caramelized
mayo.
what? Caramelized what?
Vidalia onion.
Okay.
All rested between house-made Japanese milk bun. So this is how I like my burgers. I do like smash burgers. My favorite, though, nice big 3rd pound patty.
And I'm
little pink on the done, basically medium, and it's and that's a fantastic burger for me. The Flying U Country Store, that's in Joseph.
That is never a place I've ever been. By the way.
Yeah, there are a few that represent road trips for us. Hearth and Hill in Sugar House, IHOP in Washington.
Wait, what?
See, this was I told you there was going to be outlier that you were going to notice it.
And that was it.
And it's IHOP. It's the only
Tell me that they get that means that if it's on the Utah Beef Council list, do they supply is it Utah beef at the IHOP? I hope it is. If it's not, I'm going to be mad about it.
Lucky 13 here in Salt Lake.
It's always on the list.
The Celestial Burger, which sounds a little overpromised. But Mosita Market in Provo. Mosita Market Farmhouse Kitchen in Provo. You got Patty Shack in Layton in Taylorsville. Have you been there? It's up there in Layton.
The Patty Shack?
Yeah.
I've
never been there.
Mm-hmm.
Prodigy Burger in Logan. Rabbit's Foot Brewing in West Valley.
Ooh.
Roosters Brewing. Roosters is on here twice. Once for Layton, once for Ogden. I wonder if that's a mistake. Salty Smash Style Burgers in Harriman.
So here's the deal. They're going to have, oh my goodness. So you can vote.
I've got 3 more. The Burger Barn in Penguich. The Garden Grill in Ogden, and the Wayback Burger in Pleasant Grove.
So no Burger Barn, or what's it called? There wasn't that place in Roy? That big one that everybody loves in Roy?
I guess not.
Okay, so
I'm not sure how they made this list. It looks like a pretty good list, though.
These are. So I asked if they were ranked, but here's the deal: they are. It's because the contest starts and it goes through the rest of this month, and it looks like first place is $3,000, second place is $2,000, third place is $1,000, and then there's the People's Choice Award that gets another $1,000. So they have actual dollars are put on the line for this thing. They have finalists now. And I think that this is going to be, well, this is, at the very least, we have to give an update on how this thing rolls out, how this thing ends.
Here's my question, though, is do you want to try some of these? Because there are some of these that are within striking distance.
Some of them are close enough, and I've never had them. So see, I'm all about it. The Flying U Country Store, that interests me, but I don't know where Joseph is. You know what I mean?
Well, there's no reason to wonder. Hold on a second.
I know. I'm just saying, but you see what I'm saying? Like
Joseph, Utah.
And some of these are ones that I look at the picture of them and I go, dang, I am shocked that I haven't had it. It is on I-70 below Richfield. Okay. See, now that's one I could go to on the way down to St. George, maybe?
Be
off the beaten path.
A little bit of an off the beaten path, yeah. Yeah, it's a little out of the way. We can still do it.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit out of the way for us. But
who do you think the favorites are already off the bat?
Well, so just demographic-wise, people are going to look at this and they're going to know a few. So I think that the burgers in the population centers that are known, I think we can expect big things for them. I think Burley Burger is going to do well. I think Crown Burger is going to do well. Lucky 13 is going to do well. Because those are established. They get a lot of traffic. We know that. Some of these others are Patty Shack, I think, will do well because I know they're kind of established. If they're newer,
I think Burley Burger will probably do pretty well because it's
Burley Burger will do great. If they're newer or if they're off the beaten path, they might struggle to get votes just because people don't know them. You know.
Okay, so and were there some that we?
But I tell you what, though, I need to try the Fancy Burger in Orem at the Ribeye Chop House. I have to have this burger, Alex.
Do you think that okay, and the what are they called? The chat people, the chat folks can weigh in. Was something left off? Because I noticed like a place like Tony Burger, which is pretty well attended.
Obviously not everything's on here.
That's what I'm saying is like
we're missing Astro Burger, Apollo Burger, Olympus Burger. We're missing all the Greeks except Crown.
We're missing all the Greeks. But they said that these are the quote unquote finalists, which means that there was some kind of a preliminary hearing by the council, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Or maybe some pre-voting. Anyway, bottom line is maybe some got missed, whatever. But out of these right here, I think that you're going to get a winner that you've probably never. There's enough on this list that there's a swath of these that I haven't heard of and haven't tried myself, and I bet a lot of these are gonna. I bet the winner's going to be one that we've never tried, that we've never really eaten at before.
Does this make you kind of want to try the IHOP burger?
No, and
it's because what they've got is what's in the actual contest is the avocado ranch steak burger.
Yeah, so that's the one.
They have a specific.
Yeah, I'm not dissing on IHOP. I'm just saying, like, I was not expecting. You're exactly right. There's an outlier situation there. I was not expecting to get on this list and to have a massive chain roll out and go, and a breakfast chain.
This is in Washington. This is in Washington. Do they not otherwise have burgers in Washington? Because they have burgers in St. George.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, no, because like even like In-N-Out is in Washington, right? Isn't that technically in Washington right there? I'm trying to think of all the ones. There are all sorts of. They have like Freddy's right there. They have all these other ones. So that's how I think it's funny that it was brought up.
You know what they have in St. George too that's not on here is the Seven Brothers.
The sandwich place.
They got mostly burgers though. Do they have sandwiches also? I've only ever had burgers.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had. I think I've only done a sandwich there, like a takeout sandwich situation. I think I may have been duped by my wife, who was like, "Oh, they have a ranch bacon dressing, ranch sandwich." You know,
I feel like I liked their fries. I think I liked their fries when we went there.
Again, by the way, Seven Brothers also right there at the mouth of Weber Canyon, another location. Yeah. So, all right, Miller.
Ryan says I can report live from Orem tomorrow. I have to be in the office so I can get fancy.
Oh, okay.
So, someone else recommends California Burger on Third West.
That's right here.
It actually is really good.
What is this? Some West High School kid who's all
maybe. It could be.
Are you shocked that place has lasted as long as it has?
That could be my dad, because my parents live around the corner from it.
Yeah. I've gone through there a bunch of times.
He can walk there without even crossing the street.
You and I went there when it first kind of opened, because a couple of other places used to be there, I think, prior to.
It's kind of always been a burger place.
Yeah, but this same guy, California Burger, this same guy and his wife and family, they've been the ones that have made this thing go.
Yeah, it's a Korean family. They live in the neighborhood.
It's good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It is so good. All right, so Ryan says he might be able to check out the what was it? The fancy burger.
One down in Orem.
How much is that?
I think that's a really good question, because some of these price points, just from the pictures alone, these are $20 burgers. I think in a lot of cases. You know what I mean? Like there's some that are not. There's some that are okay. So there you go. There's the kickoff of the burger battle, and they said specifically it's a cheeseburger battle. So. Not that there's necessarily any other way to eat it, but
I can't imagine having a plain hamburger with no cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, who does that? Is it you?
Oh, no, I'm a cheese fan. I just was laughing.
She was giving me this look, and I
thought the same thing. She looked very sheepish about it.
I just thought it was funny because there are people who have like dietary needs,
or
just don't like cheese.
Yeah, this contest isn't for
you
them.
got a little griff from that on. You don't have Instagram, so you don't know this. But like we talked about that once, and some people were just like, "Well, you ordered it. You asked for nothing on it. Cheese doesn't come on it."
That's what I learned. They took me literally.
That's your problem.
They took me literally.
All right, Miller. Next up on the next portion of the program here, as we move away from food, I was interested in this because you and I had a partial conversation about this without knowing that this was a conversation that we were going to necessarily have today. But I told you about how it's actually hard for me to binge watch. It's hard for me to sit down and watch movies or series anymore. It's hard for me to get through a 50-minute episode.
Yeah.
Because my attention span has been friggin' ruined. And I realized yesterday when somebody, I think, was trying to make fun of us, but also definitely like kind of nailed it. So I will take it. It's not a roast if it's true. All right. So here's the thing. When they said this, Brightside, KSL Brightside, the most ADHD radio program on the radio waves.
This is true, and this is why
attention deficit radio is we should probably think about that being the second name of the program.
Well, I also think that we should take more votes for T-shirt designs because I'm getting some good stuff from the text in the chat.
Are you really?
So we're screwed.
That being one of them.
We're screwed by what's it called? By Spencer Cox. That has to be. Probably number one, we got to get it. We also have the carp tacos. Steve's carp tacos is also a T-shirt idea. And then what was it? Attention deficit radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
ADHD radio.
Down.
Attention deficit ADR.
And you know what it is?
Radio.
My ADHD, my ADD that I've just been afflicted with my whole life, and I can thank a lot of my creative vibes also from that same portion of my brain. is not allowing me to sit down and watch full episodes of things. I have no capability anymore because my phone distracts the absolute crowd out of me. And I know you're trying to convert me to not doing Instagram.
I want to share something with you.
But I'm not interested in your pious.
It's not piety. It's concern for you because I care for you.
Okay.
And I want you to be happy in life.
So what the story is that Netflix basically can't get people to even watch their multiple series, and this is the place that invented binge watching.
So it's YouTube. So since 2019. Americans have increased their viewing on Netflix from 53 minutes a day to 62 minutes a day. Okay, an increase. On TikTok, they've increased it, though, from 27.4 minutes a day up to 58.4 minutes a day. So they've doubled the amount they're watching TikTok.
Right.
They've also significantly increased the amount they're watching YouTube. So that's the problem that Netflix has. And so the shorter content obviously is winning out. But I don't think it's ADD.
What is it?
It's the scroll. It's because you are addicted to the scroll.
And I know what that's like. Isn't that the same kind of thing? Because it's like these shorter bite-sized things that I'm using on a scroll.
I'm up on this one
Okay.
because I've experienced it.
It's different. It's separate. Like
how's it different?
You don't have to have ADD to get addicted to the scroll. And it is separate. And so you can, even with ADD, you can improve your mental health by getting out of the scroll. You're being victimized by a technology company that knows what it's doing here.
Apple, all the other social media ones along the way.
Every time you say it's because I have ADD, Mark Zuckerberg cashes another check and just laughs to himself.
I want to say it doesn't.
And he says, "Keep telling yourself that, Kiri."
It doesn't. It just doesn't. Like longer form things don't speak to me, even though I will spend the exact amount of time possibly scrolling stuff. But the other thing is I scroll while I'm even quote unquote watching it.
It's
you know what I mean?
because
It's splitting time.
Sorry, go ahead, Caitlin.
No,
I know
we're talking about the same thing. Sorry, this mic is our audio is kind of struggling today. But I took a month off of social media last year, and I had the same issue. Always wanting to look at my phone, you have that urge, and you can't focus on long form content. And I after like a week or so, I could magically read a book. I can magically watch.
I learned
a
to
show
read again.
Having to like grab my device, and I have the same thing where I kind of have to multitask, but you can also like color, if you need to move your hands or like try the knitting or do something.
I will do none of those things.
I just learned I needed to do something with my hands, and it doesn't have to be social media because I think the scroll, even though we are a part of the scroll on social media with our show and so all of that, I think that we need to reset our brains.
All right.
So I had the experience.
So this is an intervention for me, basically. You guys both took advantage of the fact that you wanted to be like, I think Alex should get off of Instagram.
I'm currently dealing with it as well.
Okay.
So, again.
And this is something I firmly believe. So I had, and we've talked a little bit about this. We don't have to go through it all again, my personal medical history, but I had a pretty significant occurrence at the end of 2024, which changed a lot of things about about my life and about how I do things and about how I react to things. And I realized that the scrolling was exacerbating the problem. And I set it aside. And I immediately was feeling better in significant ways. And I ended up being really grateful that I had kind of busted out of that. And coming back to KSL with all the things that I love about it, it's because of particularly what we're doing on YouTube. It's kind of reintroduced that scroll into my life. And I noticed that kind of that darkness and confusion and fog come back, and so I need to separate myself again. It's not. I am not falling into this trap because of ADD. I'm falling into this trap because it's designed to trap human beings.
Which is frustrating with YouTube because YouTube has always been known for long form, and now it's trying to keep up with the shorts. And that's why I've always liked YouTube.
The shorts are hard because they suggest the shorts first now, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to see this. I want to see a video. Give me the...
I'm still team YouTube. But
I'm searching this thing. I want to see the video of this. And when it feeds me the shorts, I go, no, this is not the role I want you to play. I need to learn how to change this carburetor on this mini bike. Can we do that? Don't show me a short of anything. Stop trying to be TikTok.
I'm also bothered because I have a hard time with the ads because an ad will pop up for something that I like just find really offensive that it's even in the world at all.
Yeah.
And like some kind of weird like reactionary philosophy or some scam or something like that. And I'm like, all right, block this. And it says, so do you want to see fewer tourism ads? It's not a tourism ad. But I feel like this is a way that people kind of get around these blocks, because all you can do is you can block one ad. You can't block all ads from one advertiser unless you restrict the category. But the category is always mislabeled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I know you don't want to see any more of this, so no more tourism ads. It's like, well, this isn't tourism. This is, something else entirely.
I do like when they have the full questionnaire. They're like, why not? So wait. What did you not like about the ad? You didn't like it? You don't think I did a good job of curating that ad for you?
And I'm like, other than these people are ruining their countries and I don't want to look at our country and I don't want to look at them. Besides that, what's wrong with the ad? But I'm telling you, Alex. I'm telling you this.
So both you guys are on because, by the way, none of our bosses would be good with this idea at all.
So there's a way to balance it, and I'm trying to figure it out currently, because I'm kind of in the same thing with Ethan, because I've obviously worked at KSL for the last 5-6 years.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wasn't as heavily involved on the social media side for a good chunk of it until now. I'm very, very passionate about it with doing this show. And it's hard because you have to keep up with the short form is throwing it and just trying to keep up with the algorithm. But I really like YouTube when we can do these live streams. But I just challenge you to watch a movie and put your phone in the other room, and maybe if you need something to do with your hands, get a coloring book. I swear.
Pick your nose.
Or just do something like that, because that's what helps me.
Point at your kids and chide them with your hands.
The balance that I did when I did this, because we have to move on, is I tried to only get on social media on my computer. So I was scheduling out instead of being on my phone.
I need this to look. I need this to feel and look like I need to get on Instagram, but only on my laptop.
Well,
nobody wants to do that.
It helps.
I know.
Yeah, nobody wants to, but it helps.
Actually, a lot of people do that.
So
I can see that, but I'm just saying, I don't prefer that. And the scroll's different on your laptop.
And I don't want. I'm not
your
getting
phone.
on to scroll. I'm getting on to post and look at analytics. So.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you guys turned this into. You know what your real problem is.
No,
that's fine.
It's a message to everyone. We're all in the struggle bus.
Okay. We're all on the same.
And Netflix is trying to figure it out too.
Yeah. Okay.
We're on the same team, dude.
Grab one of those new burgers that's in the first segment and then just eat it. You have 4 or 5 of them in your hands, and then don't let Instagram.
And then you can't. You
can't touch Instagram.
When your hands are full of food, how can you scroll?
You can't touch it.
Can't scroll.
Okay.
So next up, Alex, I've got a photo here of a car, a new Fiat. Fiat says they're going to roll this car out for the United States market. We're going to pop it up here on the screen.
One sec.
Yeah,
and
it's ugly.
I want you to see. Did you see this photo?
Yeah, I don't like it.
So it's $14,000.
That's fine. I'm just saying I don't like it. It looks dumb. But
$13,995.
But first thing right off the bat.
Here's the problem.
It doesn't look very good. What's the range?
What's a Fiat?
Yeah, it's a Fiat. That's a problem. But it looks like a Fiat, so I get it.
Range is 46 miles.
That's not good.
It's not good. There's something even worse.
Oh.
Top speed 25 miles an hour.
Where are you riding?
You can though. It's the regular top speed is 19 miles an hour.
Oh,
A low speed vehicle conversion kit can boost the top speed to 25 miles an hour.
Okay, so
which makes it street legal on roads with speed limits of 35 miles per hour or less.
Okay, so this is essentially a nicer golf cart, right?
That's way nicer than yours.
Well, for sure. That's what I'm saying is but people in my neighborhood spend a lot of money on it. So, now, you see people with the side-by-sides. You've seen them.
Yeah.
People have do people in Cottonwood Heights have side-by-sides?
A few people.
But you're like, what are you doing with this thing up here?
Yeah, but side-by-sides are not really.
Side-by-sides are kind of interesting because they'll drive them on the road. And I'm driving by and I'm like, I know you feel like, hey, I got this flag on the back of it. I'm basically this close to being in the dunes right now. It's like, no, but you spent $40,000 on that side-by-side. They're costing that much these days. Golf carts are costing $10,000 to $14,000 if you get nice ones. A $14,000 EV, you had my attention because I'm thinking, oh, awesome. If you can get a $14,000 car these days, but if the range was 200 miles and the top speed was 75, then we're talking about something that is a consumable as a car. This is a golf cart. This is a putter around your neighborhood.
It is.
They're trying to horn in on that side of the market there.
I've got a message for Stellantis. I would consider this. But they've got to get the miles per hour up over 30, because when I think about it, so this would be great for a kid going to the high school, right, or going to the store. But to get to the store, the roads are 30 miles an hour and 35 miles an hour, kind of everywhere in our area.
Do you need to have a street legal kit I mean, does it have to be street legal? Like, because if you said it like that, my kid's high school is a half a mile from our house. This could be the commuter car for them.
This could be the commuter car for them. Now, you'd want it to be street legal, right? But for my daughter, this couldn't be a commuter car for her because she's got to spend, a mile or a mile and a half on a 35-mile-per-hour road.
Okay.
So that means she'd be going maximum 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. And that's not, no one wants that.
And especially in the morning, too, when they like accelerate out of the neighborhood and they're trying to get to that 35.
And this
not
is
gonna
Utah.
Get there.
This is Utah. And what people need to understand, and this is what people who come here to move here need to understand. And I wish Governor Cox would do more to let people know what the expectation is. The speed limit is the speed. Okay?
Yeah. I know that people think, oh, that's where, right. It's not the max.
This whole business of going under the speed limit is unacceptable.
By how much? By how much? Because you can get a ticket for going under.
And I know, like I drove up in Seattle, and I know they drive under the speed limit all day long.
Yeah.
The speed limit will be 60. No one's going 60.
They'll go 52. I grew up there. Lots of people driving very slow.
But you know what? That's Seattle. That's their business.
Okay.
This is Salt Lake. This is my business. This is our business.
You need to go faster.
And the way that we do things in Salt Lake, in Utah, is the speed limit is the speed. The speed limit isn't the speed or less. It's the speed. And I don't know why people can't grasp that. So I would never buy a car that cannot do the speed limit on at least one of the streets in my neighborhood.
Sure.
Because then that'd be easy. If this car did 35, I could tell my daughter, you can only drive this on roads that have the speed limit up to 35. I can't in good conscience give my daughter this car that drives 25 miles an hour and say, okay, drive it to school.
So what do they want it to compete with? What do they want it to compete with?
I guess your golf cart.
Yeah.
Well,
because 19 miles an hour is okay. So our golf cart maxes out at 14, 15.
But it's a golf cart.
Right. And people will get the thing where they get them and they'll buy the ones now that go 25 miles an hour. It's this. They have seatbelts, the turn signals, they have the horn, they have all the lights. I know.
This is street legal on roads up to 35 miles an hour.
Here's the thing that sucks about this, though, because I don't have to do this right now with mine. As an LSV, low-speed vehicle that my car is right now, or that our golf cart is right now, you don't have to register it. You don't need a license plate on it.
Yeah.
Okay? This, I got to put a license plate on. I got to register it, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. So, no, I'm out. And by the way, did you see I would consider it but here's the thing too. Your kids go to school and go, that car, you only drive to school and back. And then there's a time where you go, oh, by the way, can you take your sister to a dance? And then suddenly it's eliminated.
Yeah, that's true.
It's eliminated as an option.
That's true.
So you're buying it as a novelty, which is what I think they're kind of selling. Every freaking Fiat is a novelty anyway.
But if this car could do 35 miles an hour,
you could take it through the neighborhood. You could take it through the whole neighborhood.
This wouldn't work for my sons because they have to go for school. They have to go to the other side of the valley for school. But for my daughter, this would get her to and from school. It would get her to 100% of her friends' houses.
Yeah.
It would get her to Smith's. She could even use it to go down to all the way to she could go to Target with this.
Yeah.
Target's like 3 miles or whatever. And it's a 35 mile an hour road down there. So there's a ton. Like this car would cover all of our life except me driving to KSL. That is the only thing that this car wouldn't be able to do. This car wouldn't be able to get me to KSL unless I just drove it up State Street.
So when you say they have a new EV, it's not a car though. Don't try to say it's a car because it's not. I was actually kind of interested in this until I saw those stats that aren't anything. Those stats are nothing. Those stats get me nowhere.
I don't mind a low-speed vehicle, honestly.
I know, but like 14. But you can get a way better. You can get a slower.
Should I just quit KSL and get this car?
You should.
Because honestly, this is the outlier. I think you have
to keep the job at KSL to be able to get this car, though. That's the irony. No, have it. This could be. Hold on. If we're gonna do this, because you could get one of these, because you and Emily would actually. How many people does it seat?
Oh, let me look.
Because my golf cart seats 4.
I bet this does
not
4.
well. It doesn't seat it well. Does it have seat belts? Does it have airbags? I can't imagine it would have airbags. It's got a piece
That
of
only
luggage.
looks like a
It
two-person
It's got a piece
maybe.
of luggage on the back.
It doesn't say.
You have to
here.
get more than 2 people in there. You can't just be able to have only 2 people.
It doesn't really
All right,
say
so-
here, but I'm
Okay.
not sure. It might be only 2 people.
All right.
It
So-
might be only 2.
Dylan says he saw those cars all over Milan, Italy when he was there last year.
Are they the
good
EV?
for clogged cities, but it's 100% made out of cheap, like little type plastic.
Well, see, that's the thing. So
it does
Fiat,
kind of look like those little cars.
is
you know,
he
that you
getting
sat in
it?
as a
He's not
kid.
mistaking it for just the regular old gas-powered Fiats that are also puttering around all of the Italian cities? Because that is what I pick. This is the Fiat that we're seeing right now is the Vespa. Is as the motorcycles are to the Vespa. You know what I mean? You don't look at the Vespa and go, "Oh, I'm taking that thing on the freeway." You're zipping around town on it.
You are zipping around town, but
This
the
is
Vespa
this
will,
is a.
but,
But if this doesn't seat at least 4 people, I can't even buy it to take my kids to church.
but the Vespa
you know what I mean?
will do. The Vespa will do in town speed limits.
Yeah, they will. Yes,
That's the problem
won't
with
do
this.
it.
If they've got to get it to 35. Honestly, and I'm not joking, if they could get it to 35 miles an hour, even with a 46 mile an hour range, I could do 99% of our families driving in that car.
See,
I really honestly
you
could.
blew it. You blew it. Stellantis, isn't Stellantis also own
The only
all the like Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, all those things too? Or at
the
least part of
only
it?
time that I'd have to break out of that range is coming into KSL, me, not
Yeah.
the rest of my
Yeah,
family,
yeah.
me, or if we have to really just go far away sometime, which is something that I wish
Could
we
you
thought
take
about
only?
more.
Could you take only back roads all the way into KSL?
Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, easy. If I at 35 miles an hour, I could do that.
Yeah.
That's what when I drive. If I'm driving my old Mercedes, I do
Mercedes, yeah.
that. I come up Van Winkle to 7th East, and it's great. So my old car.
Van Winkle, the 7th East, and I hop on the I-80.
What are you
Hey,
doing
what are you
here?
doing there? We did just start getting into road names
Saturday
like
Night Live.
like anybody cares.
Because that car, my old car, will do freeway speeds easily.
Yeah.
But it just
Yes, it takes a while to get there.
it doesn't even take a
Oh,
while to
okay.
get there. It's a 4.5 liter V8. It will go fast, but you will die in it if you crash it at any speed. So I don't take it on the
See,
freeway
what's
just
funny
because
about those
I know.
what's funny about those old cars is you think to yourself, "Oh, if I hit anybody, it's going to kill them." It's like, no, it actually is going to kill both of you
yeah.
because the car is way too heavy, but also 0 crumple zones. The safety rating
50-year-old seatbelt.
safety rating
Heaven
terrible.
forbid it flip over on its top.
Is it
I
at
mean,
least
it's
a shoulder belt too, or is it
it's
one
a
of those
shoulder
just
belt,
lap
yeah.
belts?
It's
Remember the old cars that just were like, "You're in the front seat, you better wear this lap belt, son." That's it. That's it.
Did you ever get the? Because I remember driving in cars like
Oh,
real
yeah.
cars that were on the roads, not fun old cars, but real cars on
Yeah.
the roads that didn't have seatbelts.
Oh, for sure.
I remember that as a child.
Well, because I had my friend had the station wagon that had the seat that faced the opposite direction.
Oh, out the
They're
back.
like, your seatbelt is you're facing you're facing the other direction. That's your seatbelt. You're like, oh, okay. Unless you get rear-ended,
I'm
then
sure it'll
you're.
work. It always
if
works.
you get rear-ended, then you're toast. But you're gonna be fine.
Didn't you know there have never been any fatal crashes in those old station wagons? Never happened.
Ethan, help me. I feel like at this point these health stories are an attack on me, but I think that's probably just me projecting. But go ahead, because these next health stories. Oh, do we have an actual health class here? Yeah.
Just as awkward as it was in junior high. It's time for KSL Brightside's health class.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I've got to reopen this on my phone.
Well, I'll start rolling it out here.
No. I've got it.
Okay,
I've
he's
got
got
it. I've got it. You just have to wait just a second.
Okay.
It's my job to roll things out.
I wish you were ready
Know
to.
your place.
Just
Well,
you know.
I will if you'll do that part.
Gray hair may be irreversible.
Yeah. So we've moved on from balding being irreplaceable like a week ago to now gray hair being replaceable.
A 2023 study in mice, which actually
That's fine.
are closer to us genetically than I think anyone gives them credit for.
But I don't look and go, where are the gray haired mice around here? What age does that hit for the mouse?
I don't
You know
know
what I mean?
But it linked graying hair to melanocyte stem cells that lose their ability to move between compartments inside the hair follicles. So there are these compartments inside the hair follicles. And when too many of these cells become lodged in a follicle bulge, they stop producing the pigment cells that give new hair its
Okay,
color.
got it.
Now, what that means is now that they know the mechanism, the reason why hair goes gray,
Sure.
they say it's only a matter of time before someone bothers to put that information into ChatGPT, and then boom, it's over for gray hair. Are you excited for this? Because you could get your beard back And you get your hair back.
Why would I? But see, here's the thing. I've embraced the gray way more on the beard lately.
Well, there's a maturity that comes with the gray.
Somebody did call me Captain Graybeard though the other day in the parade.
Did they?
Yeah, and I thought that was rude. But I also felt but I did feel distinguished. You can't be a captain unless you're an officer. I think that's their Captain Crunch, officer. You can't take
Captain
that away
Kangaroo?
from him. You can't take away from Captain Crunch that he went to officer training school, I'm assuming.
No, it's
or he has his own ship.
He has the hat.
He has his own ship.
Yeah, he's got
captaining
the steering wheel and everything.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm but when somebody yells out Captain Graybeard, I don't know. I don't have the same misgivings about getting old as other people do. I don't. And so
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't care about the gray beard. I don't care about and even the bald head. I've gotten used to all that stuff.
I have yet to get a gray hair, and I'm scared it's probably going to happen any day now.
Oh, it'll happen. Probably not anytime soon.
I'm 31. I don't know.
Okay, I know people. I started kind of going gray. I started getting like this isn't salt and pepper at this point. I feel like it's just white. You know what I mean?
You're 31. How does it feel for your life to be basically over?
I don't know. It's just once you pass the 30, I was okay with 30. I was like, I'm ready for a new decade.
Yeah,
but now I'm on the trend to be like 40.
I bet you don't get gray hair until well into your 40s.
We'll see.
I bet you're still
I'll have
ways
to ask my
off.
mom when it happened for her because that's usually how.
That would be a good indicator.
I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a good indicator.
When did going gray happen for you? There's a lady in my neighborhood who's probably 39 or 40. She's younger than my wife and I both. And she started going pretty gray pretty quickly between like 35 and 40 probably. And she just owned it. And I think I don't look at it and go, that lady looks so old. And maybe she does. Maybe she thinks that. Because the interesting thing is she looks young otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she's got that gray hair.
She's got this gray hair that obviously is something that like probably it's just genetic. It probably, hit her mom or grandma
it's
like
probably
the same way. That's what I'm saying. There's parts of it you go, I don't think that I think that she's owning that and it looks really good. It's fine.
I think we should talk more about your hot neighbor. Should we get Colin in on this?
I have no idea what this lady's name even is. She's just a gray-haired lady.
Well, I think that's great, and you should own it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do when it happens for me. But
so when you guys roll out another story that says...
Caitlin said she thinks it's great. You should call her.
So next week when you guys roll out a story that just says, hey, stupidity's pretty reversible these days. Like gray hair, reversible. Bald head, reversible. Being an absolute dork, reversible. They're able to reverse it now. Good for you.
There's nothing science can't do for you.
All right.
Well, at
Nothing
some point, do we have to
do
just like say we just got to age though?
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Because I can't keep up with. I'm not gonna. Let's say they're able to reverse all of it. Okay, Landon Donovan reversed his baldness too, with the hair thing. Yeah,
Sorta.
That's what I'm saying. But like he changed his look immediately. If I changed my look immediately, I would lose something with that because I've already kind of owned up to the fact that I have this look. All right.
If you ask for it, you're going to get it. Listen to this.
Oh boy.
From Dojo Cam. Gray hair happened the day after Caitlin was born.
I had a feeling she was going to say that.
I'm serious.
That's only the jokes a mom can make.
Well, I don't have kids.
There you go.
So,
there you go, Mom. I think she's going
guess
to figure
I've
it out.
got some time.
By the way, I will say that there's this next one that was on the health thing. Will you bring that up? Because I thought to myself, there's no friggin' way that 10 years ago we would have even rolled out this headline because 10 years ago we would at least had a little bit of self-respect, but nowadays we don't even care. We consider exercise things that aren't even exercise anymore. Please help me out.
Yeah. So if you're like me, you don't enjoy exercising.
Not at all.
And hold on, because I've got to pull this out of the. I've got to pull this off my phone as well because I can't pull it up otherwise. This story. Do you have it in front of you?
Oh, yeah. I've got it. So
because the overall question is, can you get any benefit from basically a 30-second workout? Hold on, I got it right here.
Right, and so doctors obviously they will just this is pushing doctors to their limit because they're like, hey, look, I just want you to do something, and then when everyone looks around at each other, and there's articles about doing 30 seconds of working out. The doctor's like, I think we missed the point of me just saying, hey, you just need to do something, because they've known that exercise is obviously good for you. But 30 seconds of exercising?
I've got the
I'm
answer.
not sure if it's any. I'm not sure if it's any.
I got it pulled up. I've got the answer right here from Marilee Opezzo, who's an instructor of medicine at the Stanford Prevention Research. So, Stanford. So
Okay, all right.
we used to think you have to exercise at least 10 minutes at a time for it to matter. So they used to think you needed to do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Your body doesn't care if you do it all in one place at a time for it to count. That belief is an artifact. Even 30 seconds of walking can reverse some of the effects of prolonged sitting. Or do some body weight squats. Just use your large limbs.
They're calling this exercise snacks.
As opposed to your small limbs. So there you go. So they say it doesn't matter. Do it for 10
Also,
seconds. All of it is good.
It's Push-Up Tuesday. We all have to do push-ups
No,
for
we
30
don't.
seconds.
No, we don't.
But I like the exercise snacks concept.
Okay.
Because it's like a quick
Don't
little
call it a snack.
That's what they're calling it in this
All right,
article.
I know,
but
just
that's what I'm
raised
saying.
my
Concept.
voice.
So what is this Push-Ups Tuesday? Who says
Yeah.
this?
Is it just you?
My boyfriend says
Okay,
that,
he does.
so-
He does push-up.
But it's
Are
just
you
like-
forced into doing push-up Tuesdays?
I don't always do it, but I'm just saying it's a good excuse to
How
do
many
some
can you
push-ups.
do?
I don't know, maybe like 10. Maybe in 30 seconds I can do more.
Can you do 10 push-ups, Alex?
I could do
You
10.
can do it even like standing. You don't have to.
Yeah.
do them
Oh,
on
the wall
ground.
push-ups. I
Yeah.
can do 10. I don't think. The thing is that. Yeah, push-ups were never. Don't ask me to do a sit-up ever or a pull-up. That was the thing that got me on the presidential fitness thing. I was always the kid at my school that had all the athleticism and all the stuff, and I would win all the little contests and things like that. I would win the races, and then I'll do a pull-up, and then I'm like, and then it would turn into. And in third, and what was the bronze level presidential thing? And then they stare at you and go, "What was his problem? I thought he was good at sports." And they're like, "Look at his little chubby arms, can't pull him up on that bar."
I don't like the Presidential Physical Fitness Award. I'll tell you why. It's because when I was in school, did I tell you this? Have I told you this before?
No, but I can't wait.
You got
Oh my
60
God.
seconds.
Whatever it
30
is, I love it.
All right, so our school came up with this thing. They wanted everyone to participate, and they wanted everyone to get a minimum bronze. And so they turned the first recess of the day into Presidential Physical Fitness recess, and it was the worst because we just went outside and did the
Right.
calisthenics.
Yeah.
We got no time to play anything else like that. We had to do what was in there. We all got the bronze, and I had to sacrifice all my morning recesses to get it.
for
And
like
I
a
never-
month.
I never felt it was
Resented
worth it.
it. Yeah.
I never felt like it
Right,
was
because
worth
the whole thing was that they're like, hey, the presidential, what is it, Medal of Fitness Award?
And they'd be
Medal
like,
of Freedom and
they'd
Fitness.
be like, the president signs this.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't sign
He
it.
doesn't sign a thing. But Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan were like, she's all don't do drugs, and he's all do a pull up. Those were
Do a pull-up, fatty.
Do a pull up, and you don't do drugs. Those were the clarion calls of my childhood. Those two, that president and that first lady, those are the ones that were like, get in shape, and you're like, no.
When I was making movies instead of fighting in World War II, we could all do pull-ups.
Oh, throwing shade at dead presidents is Ethan's classic move.
Well,
Classic move. You know what? You probably could have lived longer if you'd done a pull-up. We start talking trash. Start roasting dead presidents.
You know who never got the Presidential Physical Fitness Award?
Freaking
The
Ronald
president.
Reagan, yeah. Any president.
Any president.
Freaking Taft rolls up and goes, good job. Now get me out of this tub. All right, we got to take a break. Hey, we're going to be on the air downstairs in just about 10 minutes here. So we want you to join us then. Ethan and I have got a lot to get through the rest of the day here. I'm still trying to figure out if we missed out on some of these burger joints that the Utah Beef Council did not put on the finalist list. But that's neither here nor there. That's beef under the bridge. I can't worry about it. That's spilt tallow. I don't want to cry over it. Okay. We'll come back. We've got more around the corner. Stay right here with us. It's a 1 to 3 edition of the program downstairs on KSL News Radio. It's KSL Brightside.
that can can open our lines of communication, but we don't use them. And in money situations, texting is probably not your best bet. Actual conversation by phone and or face-to-face is better, but we don't do that, especially young adults don't do that right now. It's a lot of texting and a lot of messaging where you can open yourself for misunderstanding.
Yeah, a lot can be read into a text, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Shane, thanks so much for being with me.
You're welcome.
Live on the KSL Newsline, that is the MBA Certified Financial Planner, Shane Stewart. Traffic and weather, it's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Michelle?
All clear. The crash on Bangerter Highway at California Avenue, they finally have that out of the Gore area, so things have returned back to normal. I-15 is running at posted speeds right now from Ogden to Provo, and looking at good. You're in good shape if you're on I-80. This is going between Tooele over to the Snyderville area. Michelle Rowe in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. I got 90s dialed up today. Look for a high of 96. Most of us staying dry, but a stray shower can't be ruled out by afternoon. Stray shower possible again tomorrow, 30% chance, 97. 95, partly cloudy skies on Thursday. Friday, 100 degrees. Here comes high pressure. Saturday, 103. Then you get into Sunday, 104, mostly sunny skies, dialing it back to 102, partly cloudy for Monday. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Partly cloudy and 71 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. The 7-day forecast is brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. Well, speaking of money, kind of a sell-off in stocks today on Wall Street. A complete update of your money news is coming up next.
Murphy's Law says that if your air conditioner is going to break down this summer, it's going to be when you least expect it and at the worst possible time. And for a lot of homeowners, the fear isn't just the breakdown. It's worrying about what happens next. Is this going to cost a fortune? Am I going to be pressured into replacing it? Can somebody just help me figure out what's wrong? At Any Hour Services, that's exactly what we're here for. Maybe your system just needs maintenance to help prevent breakdowns before they happen. Maybe a part failed, and a simple repair gets you back up and running quickly. Or maybe your system's getting older, repairs are adding up, and you think replacing it makes more sense. Whatever the situation, we'll walk you through your options, answer your questions, and make sure you have the information you need to make the decision that's right for your home and your budget. Maintenance, repair, or replacement, you choose what's right for you. That's how Any Hour Services works. Options, not pressure. Call Any Hour Services next time you need help with your air conditioner. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I pushed through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
KSL News Time 12:54. A little dude wandered into Weber County Maverick this week. That little dude, a miniature horse. Weber County Animal Services says the horse was wrangled by deputies and is now in their care. Anyone who recognizes the horse is encouraged to reach out so the owner can come claim him. Watching Utah's Money, Microsoft is cutting more than 4,000 jobs, but swears this time those jobs will not be replaced with AI. Fox Business reports it's so the company can restructure and prioritize AI investments and other long-term business goals. Fresh food is boosting demand for Amazon's delivery service in Brazil. The company's 15-minute quick service delivery is getting more popular and has encouraged the brand to expand the range of products offered by 15%. Now, that's according to Reuters. Walmart is getting presidential praise after reducing prices on tons of items. The company says it's to help customers with affordability, especially with the high prices we've been seeing, in part thanks to the war in Iran and tariffs. Taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow down by 153 points, more than 0.25%, sitting at 52,902. S&P down by 34. The NASDAQ, it's down by more than a full percent, down 270 points. 6 months after reaching a settlement with federal regulators and 11 individual states, Walmart has now struck an agreement with Texas over the same promises made to delivery drivers.
The world's largest retailer had been accused of overstating the earning potential of participants in the Spark Driver program, the service that delivers groceries and other merchandise to consumers. Walmart promised in February to pay $79 million to affected drivers and $21 million in fines and penalties. Now it's agreed to a similar settlement in Texas, paying its Spark drivers $7 million collectively and $7 million to the state. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Amanda, every business needs IT help, and sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't, or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure, so both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
Right now, UCCU is offering short-term savings options with incredibly high yields. Simply make a deposit, then watch your savings grow with a fixed rate of return that's much higher than a savings account. UCCU also has great offers on jump-up options. So if rates continue to rise, you can jump up your rate and earn even more. Visit uccu.com to learn more and supercharge your savings today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
I'm Walker Kessler, and I play basketball for a living. So I know how important it is to have the support of a team you can trust. That's why I love UCCU. UCCU is more than a credit union. They're a true financial partner, a local team of experts your entire family can trust at every step of your financial journey. Just visit uccu.com and elevate your banking experience.
You trust us for news and information in your car. Now trust us at home. KSL News Radio has you covered, keeping you informed on the latest breaking news, weather, traffic, sports, and more. Listen on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Just say, Alexa, open KSL News Radio, or listen on the KSL News Radio Listen app. Text the word app to 57500. KSL News Radio. We have you covered.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. What's happening on the roads, Michelle?
It's looking really good out there right now, Maria. I'm not seeing any reported crashes on any of the major or secondary roads in the Salt Lake Valley. Also, I-15 is running smoothly from Ogden to Provo and beyond. Michelle Rowe in the KSL Traffic Center.
Taking a look at the forecast for the Wasatch Front. It's just going to be hot and hotter in the next few days. 96 for a high today, up to 100 degrees by Friday. On Sunday, we could hit 105 degrees. We do have a very slight chance of showers today and tomorrow, about a 30% chance. And then hopefully next week, Matt Johnson telling us we could see some more monsoon-type weather moving in. Right now, 91 degrees downtown. KSL Brightside is coming up next. Stay with us.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. A new review of Utah Fits All shows money meant to provide vouchers for educational expenses sometimes went to really pricey items you wouldn't normally think would apply. KSL News Radio's Becky Bruce has more.
The info comes from a new limited audit of Utah Fits All, specifically in its first year of operation. So it's important to note that some of these big-ticket items would no longer be allowed because the legislature went through and updated the rules last year. For example, you could previously buy a bike for physical education needs. Under the current rules, you can't spend more than 20% of the full scholarship amount on the bike. Those limits weren't in place the first year, and the most expensive bike rang in at more than $6,000. From trampolines to computers and musical instruments, it all adds up. Auditors say most of the Utah Fits All scholarship money was used as intended, but called some of those expenses wasteful and extravagant. Becky Bruce, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Several Republican lawmakers say they've touched base with Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell, who has been hospitalized for weeks. This comes after paramedics reportedly came to his house last month to treat an unconscious person who is in need of advanced life support.
Amid a slew of online rumors about his health, some of Mitch McConnell's colleagues now say they've spoken with him by phone. John Thune, who succeeded McConnell as Senate Majority Leader, says the two had a lengthy and substantive conversation yesterday. Republican Whip John Barrasso says his call with McConnell lasted roughly 20 minutes and that the 84-year-old was fully engaged and is eager to get back to the Senate. McConnell's been hospitalized for more than 3 weeks for reasons that still have not been disclosed by his aides.
ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy reporting. Your money at this moment, the markets are all still trending down this hour. The Dow is currently down 196 points. It is now down to 52,859. The S&P is down 39, and the NASDAQ is down more than 300 points. Coming up, plenty of hot weather for the rest of the week, but it is only going to get even hotter as we get to the weekend. KSL Weather is next. KSL News Time 102.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Back for 2026. It's an event like no other. The Youth Stampede Rodeo's Extreme Bull Riding in Nephi, Utah at the Juab County Fairgrounds. July 8th, it's going to be a wild Wednesday as 40 of the best bull riders in pro rodeo battle it out against the best bulls in pro rodeo. Witness the hardest hitting and most exciting sport in professional rodeo. With a $35,000 purse, it's an event that you don't want to miss. Don't be left out and get your tickets now at youthstampederodeo.com.
Friday, join KSL News Radio and NPS from 10 to 1 as the movie show stops by. Then browse and uncover what makes NPS so great. With 4 locations, NPS takes in new inventory every day. Then they check all competitors' retail pricing before marking items down 20 to 70% off. So you're invited to visit the movie show Friday 10 to 1. And that's the first step to discovering NPS. Visit npsstore.com to begin your own NPS adventure. npsstore.com.
It all started with a commitment to comfort. Gillette Heating and Air is proud to be Utah County's go-to team for expert HVAC and plumbing solutions. Need a repair, upgrade, or seasonal tune-up? Don't let cost hold you back. With 0% financing available, it's easy to get the work done now and pay later. Plus, save $100 on any repair over $500 and keep your system running strong with a professional tune-up before the heat hits. Visit GilletteHVAC.com or call 385-GET-COOL to book today. Homegrown service pros, financing made simple, comfort made easy.
Carrier, turn to the experts. A Carrier factory authorized dealer.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies.
Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Michelle Rowe.
Still looking good out there, crash-free, delay-free across the Wasatch Front on the major freeways and secondaries. If you're making your way down toward the Beaver area, just a heads up, we still have SR 153 closed both directions due to the Cottonwood fire. Michelle Rowe in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather look for highs in the mid to upper 90s for the next few days with a lot of cloud cover until we start to approach the weekend, and then brace yourselves. It's going to get really hot. 100 forecasted on Friday, 103 Saturday, 104 on Sunday. Right now it's 91 degrees and partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, you don't care about gas prices. You've got an electric vehicle.
And Alex Keary.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here comes my moral superiority rolling down I-15.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. We sure do appreciate you tuning in on this Tuesday morning. Oh, my goodness. Tuesday afternoon. See where I am? See where my mind is? It's about 3 hours behind where it should be. By the way, we actually started KSL Brightside about an hour ago on YouTube, which is a great place to catch the show streaming, starting at noon, and then we bring it to the airwaves from 1 to 3. So we always have a good time. Wherever you are, make sure that you jump in. And, boy, you missed a good one today because today we did a full detailed breakdown, appropriate for the noon hour, of the Utah Beef Council contest to find Utah's best cheeseburger, which I don't know why this isn't breaking news everywhere in the state.
We could have made it part of our three things, but also I will say it's not like us to talk about food like this, and so I just thought it was good for us to break out for once and have a discussion about.
I didn't
because isn't it like it's basically the finals. I love that they're the idea of there being like the finals.
Yeah.
They're like, well, look, the World Cup is going on, but you want to talk about something that's more important? This tournament between cheeseburgers.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Cheeseburgers. And if you go, did you say it was 20? Yeah, it's 20. We went through the 20 finalists.
We did.
You could go to their website, but the thing is like, you're going to get mad if your place isn't on there, and you'll also probably have to do like we're going to do, which is I'm being introduced to a bunch of these different finalists I've never even heard of. And so if they've got a good enough cheeseburger to be in the finals,
we've got some.
I'm all about it. I'm all about it. So,
well, I didn't include the cheeseburger finalists from the Utah Beef Council in the three things.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you what I did include in the three things.
Okay, let's kick this off. Let's get this going officially. And here we go. No beef council, no cheeseburger talk, but here we go.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
All right, the Babylon fire down in southeastern Utah has become Utah's first fire in 8 years to reach the 100,000 acre mark. This is a
massive
beast. This is a beast.
But it's not really, I mean, it's not, it's in mostly rural areas, right?
It is.
I mean, that's the whole.
It is. It is also 0% contained.
Jeez.
And today broke the 100,000 acres. It's 100,500 acres as of this morning. It's considered to continuing to spread east and northeast thanks to hot and dry fire conditions. And of course, they've got a lot of communities there still on ready alert to potentially evacuate. So hopefully that doesn't happen. They've been working hard to protect infrastructure and homes and things like that. So, but they have been seeing gusts of up to 25 miles an hour, and so they're doing their best in what they're calling very active fire conditions.
Man, yeah, it's a tough one to have it be so massive and to have two of them that were already it's the largest burning one in all the U.S., right? In the entire West or whatever it is.
It's the largest one in the country right now, and I hate to say it, we knew this was going to come. We talked with John Smith about this last week. We knew this was going to come, but we know now that over the last 24 hours there have been 8 new wildfire starts. 8 in the state of Utah over the last 24 hours.
Man.
And we had several days during that cool period we had several days where we had 0 new starts over a multi-day period. Now we're 8 in the last 24 hours, so we are right back into it. Most of these fire starts have been in northern Utah, although a couple of them are in central and southern Utah. One is near the Tower Fire there on I-15. They've got a new start there, and they've got a new start down at Capitol Reef National Park down near there. So, but otherwise, all the other 6 new starts in the last 24 hours have all been north of Spanish Fork and kind of in this central northern, kind of the Wasatch Front area of Utah. So, lots happening, and additionally, and this is the last thing in my fire watch is don't light up fireworks.
I was going to say the last thing in my fireworks bin. Okay, what else? By the way, have we not heard anything from the governor's office yet? I'm not saying about the November party because that needs to be brought up still. I know, but everything was going to get reassessed after the 5th. According to my calculations, it's the 7th right now. No one's saying jack squat right now. And is it because we're waiting around? Is it because we're waiting around, and what they're going to do is they're going to wait till 2 days before the 24th of July and ruin that too? Because that's what they did for the 4th. Yeah. They ruined everybody's buying power. And it's just, think about how weird it is. I drove around, and I was just like, what a weird apocalypse we're in right now. Firework apocalypse, all right? Because I'm driving down the road, I see 14 stands that are open and people manning them. Mm-hmm. And fireworks that nobody can fire off.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting there at the thing. They'll come on by and get it. And I'm like, what a weird state that we live in. Like, actual Utah right now is a very strange place to be when they go, everybody go out and buy some fireworks. Don't you dare light them off. Dude got arrested over here in Salt Lake the other day. He's lit off a bunch of fireworks and goes, you're pressing my civil rights.
Also, as John Smith told us, don't store them at your house. Don't store fireworks till next year.
Till November when we get to have our firework day.
That is not a safe practice.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like how weird it is to drive around and I go, we are in the weirdest place right now. And then all I could think of was we haven't been told a date. We haven't been told what they're going to do for the 24th, which I assume on the 22nd they're going to ruin everybody's hopes and by saying, hey, it's going to all stay in place. Because at that point, nothing is going to get changed because what cities and municipalities would get back together again and redraw the maps again? Nobody would.
Is it possible that we haven't heard from the governor's office on November yet because Caitlin thinks it's a dumb idea and she's too embarrassed to call them? She thinks we have a dumb idea.
There would not. Why would no one follow up on this? Well, she thinks our ideas for sure are dumb. That wasn't the question, whether or not she thought our ideas were dumb. But why would they not think we wouldn't follow up? He said, I don't know, what if we have a day in November? And everybody goes, okay, you freaking said it.
Yeah, he said it.
So, he said it. And we bought all these freaking fireworks that my kids are staring at me now and going, so are we going to light any of these? And I go, November 1st? I guess out to the salt flats. I don't know. So there you go.
All right, and then finally on the fire watch.
Sorry, I got mad about it because I was driving by all these stands that make no sense right now.
Eureka, the town of Eureka is coming together to fight what could be a secondary problem. Their town was saved from burning by just a few feet. There were firefighters on people's back porches there on the edge of town fighting fires from the back porches. So it really, really came close there in Eureka. But that danger has passed. But now they've got a danger of flooding and mudslides because of these slopes have been stripped of vegetation by the fires. And so what they've done is they're trying to get a little ahead of it. And this week they held an event where volunteers turned out to fill sandbags. These sandbags are going to be stored by the city and then kind of held for a time when they might need to get out and get ahead of a little bit of flooding, because that is a big problem with wildfires is it strips the slope of vegetation.
So now,
and then you've got flooding and mudslides.
I got to take out all the fireworks that I was storing and put sandbags in their place. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So now they're really lying to me about how I can
just store the fireworks under your bed.
What do you guys?
Don't store them under your bed. I'm making a joke.
I know. I don't do that. As your attorney, I have to tell you cannot do that. No, but what do they? They go to people's houses. They're all cool. Can we put these sandbags in your shed over there? Don't you dare to open that shed. What's in there? Don't look in there. It's all fireworks
only.
It just says Governor Cox fireworks stash 2026.
And it's got a calendar with November 1st
November circled on it. Okay. Good.
All right. Finally. We're finally past that. Mm-hmm. All right. The second thing, condolences to the U.S. men's national team, who just got taken to the woodshed yesterday. Holy cow.
This could not have been
4-1 loss to
Belgium. This was almost predictable. And yesterday when it all went down and they got, it became a political issue because they were like, did you guys hear that President Trump called FIFA? And FIFA said, oh, yeah, we'll look at it. And he said, look, I didn't change their mind. I just said for them to review it. And then you had this semi-unprecedented.
I didn't ask for anything. I just pointed out that sometimes bad things happen.
I want a peace award, and you owe me. Yeah, and I think that what happened was this, and we talked about it yesterday, and I brought up the possibility of this happening.
Yeah.
Win or lose,
you did call
win or lose, the men's national team, the U.S. men's national team was going to get criticized. It was like, okay, you got this guy cleared. So now, instead of getting this guy, instead of being the team who is going in there and they've got this chip on their shoulder and they've got this fight to prove, instead now they're the guys that got bailed out. And they're the guys that are getting the special treatment.
Yeah.
And when you're the U.S. team and you're the ones with the special treatment, well, now Belgium, who, by the way, are a bigger soccer power than we are.
They're a great team.
All you need is to tell them that now they're the underdogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Belgium's the underdogs. They came in and they embarrassed the crud out of us. And you know why? And we played like garbage. It was our worst game I've probably seen this men's national team play.
I think it's the worst
in a long time.
I think it's the worst game in a while.
The goalie was terrible. And everything was awful. It looked like they were it looked like they were in the group stage still, and they were one of those small countries that everybody goes, I don't think they deserve to be here. Well, and that was us yesterday against Belgium because they had this thing over their head.
Yes.
This whole red card that got and by the way, didn't score a goal, didn't make a huge difference in the game. Didn't even play particularly well.
He didn't want to be there.
He was tight. He was playing tight for sure. I think everybody did. I think it made everybody on the team uncomfortable. It was not a good way to do it. We freaking stunk it up, and that was not a good way for us to go out of the World Cup. It started with such good promise.
Well, I think you said it. The U.S. men's national team, before the intervention, they were going to go play with a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
But instead that flipped, and Belgium played with a chip on their shoulder, and the U.S. played. They seemed almost like they were embarrassed to be out there. They played like they felt like they didn't belong.
It was so out of sorts for them. They were so weird. And I'll quote Governor Cox on this because he mentioned something. I think it was around the same context. "Quote unquote, we're screwed if we get that red card reinstated or suspended." Quote Governor Cox. Quote, we're screwed.
Yeah,
that was what it was. So
it sure is a frustrating way to go out. I know.
All right, what's the final one? We have a final thing here.
Yes, the third thing. The Utah Beef Council has rolled out their top 20 cheeseburger finalists.
No, that was the third thing.
I did it anyway.
Oh, that's fine.
They've got the top 20 cheeseburgers from around the state. They want everyone to vote, and then the top 5 will be voted on by a panel of experts.
And then the top prize gets money. Then
top prize gets money.
Yeah, top prize gets money.
There's $7,000 in total prizes up for grabs for the burgers. Not for you and me.
Okay.
Not for the voters. Not for the voters.
I still am wondering where this council meets. I didn't spell meets with MEATS, by the way. But I want to know where the Utah Beef Council has their council meetings, and I think I should be a part of this.
Isn't it just at Crown Burger?
It's just at Smith's in the butcher shop. They just rotate butcher shops to different places.
Is it a Longhorns?
We have Craig here from the USDA. He's gonna go through and show us what the importance of marbling is this month. Yeah.
So they've got cheeseburgers from all over the state. When I first saw this list, I thought, let's go try these. But there's no way we can try all 20.
No, we can't.
Not because they're 20 cheeseburgers.
They're just
I'm
all
not
over the
afraid
place.
of eating 20 cheeseburgers. It's that you have to go the length and breadth of the state to cover all these, which is appropriate, I think. Very appropriate.
Yeah, top to bottom. I think that's good. You can't just do the ones like, oh, this is in Salt Lake, this is in South Salt Lake, this is in Orem, this is in Provo. They're all over the state, and you got to kind of get out there to find some of them, which I think is really good.
Some of the big ones are there. Burley Burger's there. Crown Burger is there. Lucky 13 is there.
Mm-hmm.
Patty Shack is there. So some of these that are kind of the Burger Barn is there. Some of these that are kind of known more and in populated areas, they're all represented there. But it's top 20, and it's a really super interesting list. So if you go to utahbeef.org, you can find it.
All right. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we're going to hit I think we already hit 100 at one point this year, a couple days ago, maybe officially out at the airport. Not sure, except for we do know is we could potentially have multiple 100-degree days. I got an alert from my smart furnace yesterday, my smart air conditioning system yesterday that was like, hey, by the way, your house is warming up way more than usual. And part of that was because of the heat that was going on, of course. And then the other one was because my kids are irresponsible jerks sometimes with not shutting the door. And I got home and said, you guys got to shut the door. Stop. I turned into that dad. It's not just that. There are some rules that can help you save some money on your AC as we start to get into some of the hottest days of the year right now. We'll come back with that next. KSL Brightside continues. Advanced window products. You've heard me talking about advanced window products. Look, here on the sports station, I've been doing it for years because Nate and Jake and the folks at Advanced Windows, they make windows here for the state of Utah, and they've been making them here in the state of Utah for the last 40 years. They know Utah weather. They're a family company. They customize windows to homes across this entire state because they know how to take care of this Utah weather. They can get you the best rebates. It's not just about making the highest quality window for the best price. It's also about saving on your utilities. You'll be shocked at how much money you're going to be saving when it comes to cooling your home, when it comes to heating your home, and keeping it all in when it's supposed to be. You're going to save that money, and you're going to love it. And you're going to get that lifetime warranty, warranted by somebody who can actually live up to that lifetime warranty. It's not a fake lifetime warranty. They're not going to back out of it. They make sure and warranty this here. They install them here. They don't use third-party installers. Everybody at Advanced Window Products at the factory starting here in Salt Lake, when they go out and do their job, they represent this company well. You can get $2,500 off of 10 windows or more right now. Just give them a call. 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100 Advanced Windows.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey there, it's Julie from Logan. Head up north where the air is clear for a refreshingly unexpected getaway. Start your day by singing Yodelay-hoo at the top of your lungs on a canyon trail with views that go on for miles. Here's a secret. The National Forest is only 10 minutes from your hotel. What? I know. Next, rent horses or a side-by-side at Beaver Creek Lodge up Logan Canyon to spy colorful wildflowers and birds and stunningly beautiful scenery. After your day of adventure, wander downtown to check out our local shops selling everything from antiques to giant jigsaw puzzles to vintage clothing and goat's milk soap. Watch them hand-dip chocolates at Bluebird Candy, eat sourdough pizza, or drop into the family-friendly Prodigy Brew Pub where their deep-fried pickle spears are divine. I didn't even mention live theater performance like the Lyrics Laugh Out Loud Forever Plaid, or free concerts every weekday at noon in the Tabernacle, or community festivals, or... See what I'm saying? We are refreshingly Logan. Visit explorelogan.com, explorelogan.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. Get a free oil filter and more during the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone, now through July 27th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. Ethan Millett here with Alex Keary. Thanks for tuning in. And Alex, we're going to talk about this 20-degree rule for your air conditioner. I wasn't aware of this, actually, and apparently everyone else knows about this but me. And I'm a little bit embarrassed because I'm not a young man. And I've had an air conditioner for a long time.
No, we all know you're not young.
Did you know about the 20-degree rule?
No, I've heard versions of like where you want to do. I sort of, what I have known is something that I did read in this article, which was about kind of taking care of your AC. We're going to hit some of our hottest days of the entire year coming up this week, and I think by Sunday we may be approaching 103, 104. When you hit those numbers, like my AC doesn't turn off, and that's a problem from the money side.
Let me explain the 20-degree rule first to get that out there. So basically, the 20-degree rule gets its name from the fact that for the most part, your air conditioning in your home is designed to produce a 20-degree difference from the air that's outside and the air that is inside. In other words, if it's 100 degrees outside, then your air conditioner should be able to realistically cool your home down to about 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
If you set your thermostat for more than that, if you set it to like 70 degrees, your unit won't cool the house faster or make it cooler. It will just run continually without ever reaching the target temperature. This leads to short-term cycling, which is turning off and on rapidly, or constant running, which can overheat the compressor, increase energy bills, and shorten the overall lifespan. Now, I feel like this is true because our air conditioner has never heated our upstairs very well.
No,
and in fact,
I'm in that same. So you know what I did last night, because I got home and I could already tell it was hot in the house, and I was like, gosh, because I knew that a lot of it was the kids leaving the door open, but the biggest deal is that I think that all of the kids that are in the basement all had all their stuff open. It's already cooler in the basement, and they had all their vents open, and I was like, I don't think this is the best way to do it. We don't need all the vents pushing super cold air down to the basement when it's already cooler down there. Let's push them upstairs where it's kind of needed the most. I don't know. Time will tell here.
Here's
time
what
will
I've
tell.
experienced.
Yes.
So we had from when we first moved into this home, and it had a new HVAC when we moved in. It was within a year of us moving in. They'd put in a new furnace air conditioner. So we felt good about that, right? But the upstairs never got cool.
Sure.
Never really got cool. It just stayed warm. And the air coming out of the vents was always just a trickle. And so we had a few different people come in, a few different technicians come in and give us opinions because we thought, well, maybe there's a block, or maybe there's like one guy said, well, we just need to replace your HVAC system. It's too old, and we need to replace it. So that was one guy's recommendation. You're always going to get that, right?
Yeah.
There's always going to be some guy who's always going to recommend just replacing it. And but we knew that wasn't right. One guy wanted to tear the walls out because he felt like the ducting wasn't designed properly and had too many angles, and so air wasn't flowing. And so we needed to tear open some places because the ducting. And we thought, well, geez.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then we had one guy that finally just told us what we wanted to hear. No, I'm just kidding. He stuck out. He was the outlier.
Yeah.
And he went through the whole house, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, look, this air conditioner is never going to heat the second floor. And it's not because there's something wrong with any of this. It's because
it's 100 degrees outside.
It's because the air conditioner is in the basement. And it's too far. And then he told us, he said, if your house was going to be built today, it would be built with 2 units.
Yeah, of course.
He said that's just how they do it. The age of this house, when it was built with one unit.
This is why
they always went in the basement, and none of them, he said, cooled down the
you know what?
The second floor very well.
And you know what? This is why the Europeans hate us. Because then we go, you know what? Throw a second AC unit in there. You know why? Because we want these people to feel cool upstairs.
Man. Come on. And so, you know what I did?
What?
Now, I could, if I want, put in one of those mini splitters. It's like $10,000.
Oh, yeah. No, thanks.
But actually, this summer, I've been going around and just putting in ceiling fans in all the rooms.
Okay.
And so I have 2 ceiling fans to go in the upstairs. I did it in my daughter's room, and my son's room, and our room. And I want to do one in in Emily's office and also in the like the hallway where the stairs are, the stairway.
Yeah.
Up there, do one up there. And then it's just going to be what it is. It's just going to be how it is.
I got jealous of my sister's house the other day because they had one of those, like a big unit that they were just they're like, look, everybody's in here right now in this main room. Mm-hmm. And they've got a big house and a big AC unit. But he's like, nah, but I like it even colder. And they had one in their main room, and I was just like, even then, I was like, oh, I want this.
So I got a text.
I'm going to boot in the extra stuff.
It says, get mini splits installed in key bedrooms like the master bedroom. It will change your life. He says mini splits are only about $5,000 or $6,000 now.
Oh, okay.
So that's less than what I was quoted a couple years ago.
I'll split it with you, Miller.
Well, I like the idea of a mini split, but I'm going to wait for? I'm going to wait for a couple of kids to fall off my car insurance.
I was going to say, the mini split is splitting the kids. Making the kids split the bills at their own house. Yeah. Then you're going to be way better off. All right.
I'll get to that point, but we got to go to news.
We do have to go to news. We got news, traffic, and weather here, and we've got more around the corner. We've got our show, of course, that somebody referred to it as the most ADHD radio program on the airwaves. And I've taken a lot of, I think that I'm not going to take that as a.
Well said.
Yeah, I'm going to take it as a diss, Ethan. We go from one segment to the next, and they're all different. And we're going to talk a little bit about health coming up a little bit later. We'll talk a little bit about your auto prescription refill that Utah is, of course, going through this system right now. And I read this article, and you know what I did? It made me go through and have to actually punch up one of my auto refills that hadn't been done yet. So there we go. We'll come back. More to go. KSL Brightside continues.
It's 1:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this half hour. We're learning that a county jail was evacuated because of the Babylon fire, the largest fire currently burning in Utah. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson has details.
76 people who were incarcerated at the San Juan County Jail were moved on Friday. The Department of Corrections says it was a carefully coordinated plan that relocated 66 inmates to the Utah State Correctional Facility in Salt Lake City and 10 to the San Pete County Jail. Richard Fiat with the Department of Corrections says they didn't have an emergency order, but they wanted to get everyone out before it became an emergency.
So as a precaution, we decided to assist San Juan County in moving their incarcerated population out.
As of this morning, the Babylon fire has burned more than 100,000 acres and is 0% contained. Piat says they're in close contact with fire officials to determine when it'll be safe to return everyone back to the San Juan County Jail. Heather Peterson, KSL News Radio.
The Layton City Fire Department is asking for help finding out what caused the Costa Vida to catch on fire. There were fireworks in the area at that time, they say the fire, it's unclear if those were actually the cause of the flames. Anyone with information is encouraged to reach out to police if you know anything. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders says he has spoken to Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner and has urged him to drop out of the race. Plattner's support within the Democratic Party has collapsed after an ex-girlfriend accused him of sexual assault a few years ago.
The Vermont senator was an early backer of Graham Plattner, and he defended the candidate through earlier controversies over his offensive online posts, explicit text messages to women other than his wife, and a tattoo of a skull and crossbones said to be a Nazi symbol. But now Bernie Sanders says the sexual assault allegation, which Plattner denies, is very serious, and he's recommended that Plattner drop out of the running for Senate.
That's ABC's Stephen Portnoy reporting. Your money at this moment, the markets are still trending downwards right now. The Dow is down 212 points. The S&P is down 40. The NASDAQ is down 318 points. Coming up hot for the next few days, but even hotter as we get to the weekend. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 1:33.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking.
I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I bowl in 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. We have locations in Farmington, Riverton, and Sandy.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Summer savings are happening now at Paris RV, starting with the Forest River Rockwood Hardside High Wall Series A101 RV for only $13,995 or $159 a month, $499 dock fee and 0 down. Or the Forest River XLR Boost 2017B Toy Hauler for $39,995 or $399 a month, $699 dock fee and 0 down. Or load up into the Gulfstream Conquest Class C 6237 LE for $74,999 or $599 a month, $899 dock fee and 10% down.
Come see me at Paris RV.
Paris RV is your locally owned, family-run RV dealership. We strive hard to find the very best RVs for the price. With 4 locations, over 1,000 RVs in stock, 42 service bays, and 4 super parts stores. We're sure to help take your family on the best RV vacation. Check out our perfect family bunkhouse trailer, the 26BH, that sleeps 9 for $19,995 or $227 a month, 0 down. Life is short. Enjoy it. North Murray, South Murray, Payson, and Pocatello. ParisRV.com.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Traffic and Weather Together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Michelle Rowe.
A fresh crash southbound I-15. This is at Pleasant Grove Boulevard on the right. Where I'm seeing the delays, though, is between Pleasant Grove and headed into Linden. Michelle Rowe in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for highs in the mid to upper 90s today, tomorrow, and Thursday. But as we work our way into the weekend, it's when it's really going to heat up. Look for a high of 100 on Friday, 103 Saturday. We could be getting upwards of 104 on Sunday. Right now, 90 degrees in Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Parenting adult kids has got its own set of challenges.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, those are big diapers when they get older.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right. Welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And I got a couple of texts on our most recent segment where we were talking about that.
The air conditioning?
The air conditioning
Yeah,
and
man.
how they're only supposed to cool your house down 20 degrees below outside temperature.
Cool. So when it's 105 this weekend,
it's 85.
and then
in
they
your
go, "Hey, Alex, you should keep your AC at 85." I also want to stay married.
Where do you set your thermostat?
So I have it on a schedule.
Okay.
And we are in the summertime. I'm between 72 and 74 degrees.
Okay.
Like I
Well,
keep
that's
it-
going
I
to
usually
fit
keep it
most
about there.
days, right? That's going to get you up
but
into
I
the
will
low
never.
90s.
But I will never. I mean, I'm just going to be completely honest here. I'm not going to ever set it above 77. You know what I mean? I don't. I will. Unless we're out of town.
You're
okay?
going to make Al Gore cry.
But I know
That's gonna
everyone's going to get mad about it. But here's the thing: when it's because you know when you get home and it says 80 on the thermostat, and you're like, oh boy, this thing's kicking our butt.
Yeah.
And again, my kids left the door open probably most of the day. But when it's 80 degrees, you know what happens? No one's happy. My wife's grumpy. I'm grumpy. I start to sweat right before I fall asleep, and then you know what happens? Middle of the night, the house starts to cool itself down a lot better. But at that point, I'm mad. And so if I'm on the verge of getting sweaty when I'm sleeping, somebody is going to incur the wrath. I'm going to be so mad the next day.
Do you sleep on the second floor or the main floor?
Main floor.
So you main floor sleep.
We only have one. So the majority of the kids. So the bigger kids are all in the basement.
Okay.
And there are 3 bedrooms down in the basement, and I think there's 3 bedrooms in the basement. Yes. There's one on the very top where my younger 2 boys are being
sequestered.
The Tower of London is basically what it is during the summer because it's hot up there. It's above the garage. It's on that above, like it's the main level is where 3 other bedrooms are, and then those boys are up there being tortured.
Yeah,
but they have a powerful fan. Okay,
so I've come to believe in the fan. So
because the fan actually keeps you. They say 4 degrees cooler because it doesn't cool the house down. It cools your skin down, which to me is a lot better. My wife is like, well, we have to have the fan on. I was like, all day, every day.
So please. I'll tell you, because, we have a hard time cooling our second floor.
Yes.
Our upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple of texts here. One person said, build a breeze box and put it at the bottom of the stairs, blowing up the stairway. Cold air wants to settle, you need to push it to the top, which is what I'm hoping a ceiling fan will help to do up there.
Yeah.
But I believe in the ceiling fans. So this is how we manage it. You should recommend this to your boys.
Okay.
So we are windows open people at night. So when we go to bed,
that's too hot for me.
When we go to bed, it's windows open. Okay.
You also live on the bench.
And then
East bench.
I'm not any more of a bench than you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'm not anywhere near a hill. All right.
You are on a hill.
No, I'm not.
Fruit Heights is on a hill.
Fruit Heights, but I'm in the below 89. Like, sir, can I please have some?
Oh, you're in the.
Can I please get
Fruit
some
Heights?
bench?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The Fruit Heights.
Yeah.
Fruit Heights ghetto.
Yes. That's actually what they wanted to call it.
Is that what they did?
Yeah.
So we do windows open at night.
Windows open. Got it.
And then in the morning, windows closed, blinds down, fan goes on, and then that keeps a lot. It really keeps the room nice.
Got it.
Kind of all day.
I like it.
And so that's what maybe your boys could think about. Get the windows open them for them like in the middle of the night. Get that cool air in there, and then as soon as the sun comes up, shut everything, close everything.
Got it.
You got to have drapes.
That's good.
So get them some drapes that'll block out the sun.
Sure.
It'll help.
All right.
But we actually found a weird energy efficient thing that has worked in our house, and it's actually worked weirdly well. So our dog Judy is getting really old, and she can't go in and out of the dog door anymore. They're at the kitchen. So we have 2 dog doors. One goes from the kitchen to the garage, and then the garage to the outside. Okay, and but from the kitchen down to the garage, it's a couple steps after that. She's too feeble. She can get up and down the steps. She can't jump through that door, the dog door.
Yeah.
So this is what we did. We got this special doorway that you can buy, okay? And I screwed it to the door frame, and it looks like moving blankets. You know the quilted moving blankets? But it's separated down the middle by a magnetic seam, and basically you push through. But it's really super energy efficient, so the dog just pushes through. And we've been leaving the door to the garage open, and it doesn't matter. The dog can go in and out.
Sure.
It's totally fine. And if your kid's leaving the garage door open, you should get one of these. Because no one can ever leave it open. You just push through it, and then the magnets close it behind you.
Yeah, I get it. We have like a spring door on the back, and it just is. Our kids they bang that thing open. And by the end it won't shut itself because they've taken the tension out of that spring that's supposed to always screw it. That always just supposed to shut it. They just throw those doors open. My kids have no regard for anything. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I love them. Great job. They're doing great.
We got a text here. Get a vent blower for the room above your garage.
What is that?
It's a vent with a fan and thermostat that you put in your vent like a regular vent. Oh, in your register. Yeah. So we have these two. It's a little fan, and it's rectangle, and it fits in the register where the air comes out.
Yeah.
And you put it in there, and what it does, it has a little bit of It has a little bit of
like a
it's
fan.
a thermostat on it.
Oh, okay.
So when it feels even just a teensy bit of cool air coming from
It starts
the air
stealing it from the other parts of the house.
It kicks on and just
Ah.
pulls. Those work really well.
See, but also it's stealing it from me. See, the boys can sweat themselves to death upstairs. All right. I need to be not sweating on my pillow at night.
You should look into this though. You know,
These are some interesting little details. I've never done any of this.
I'm familiar with what he's talking about.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I like all these tips. This is why we did it. I had no interest in just informing people of things. All I wanted was to get text on how to improve my situation, which is what our listeners are they're so much smarter and funnier than we are. And this again proves it. They're smarter than we are. Ethan, and like you said, you're embarrassed to talk about the 20 degree rule. I haven't heard of half of these.
that I didn't know about it.
That's what I'm saying. You should be. But you and I both have owned homes for a long time. Most of the time that you and I have known each other, we bought our first homes around the same time together.
That's right, yeah.
And guess what? All of these things are all news to me.
Yeah.
and I've had to be cooling my house 1 million times for the past. The money that flies out the door is just terrible. Yeah.
We did a little wildfire update.
Uh-huh.
But then I learned something during the news break at the bottom of the hour
what do you
that
have?
I didn't know about before, and I wanted to flag this for you. Did you hear that story that they covered? I wasn't aware of this, but that fire down in southwestern Utah, the Babylon fire, it is threatening a county jail, and so they had to evacuate all the prisoners from the San Juan County Jail. 76 prisoners. The state.
That's crazy. Where did they put them?
Calls them incarcerated persons. They said
the
Utah Department of Corrections successfully and safely relocated 76 incarcerated
Where did they put them?
From the jail in Monticello. And so they pulled them out and they put them into the San Pete County Jail.
Okay. All right. I'm sure.
That some of them went to the state correctional facility. 10 went to the San Pete County Jail. And then once the situation stabilizes, they'll all go back to San Juan County. But I wonder if that's I wonder if this is going to be like a fun week for those prisoners.
Yeah, probably.
Like new people to meet. They got a bus ride somewhere.
Yeah. No, it's probably going to be pizza party. They'll turn up the AC.
Well,
yeah,
but
right.
I mean,
It'll be hot.
When you think about the things that you get to do as a prisoner,
I know.
driving past a wildfire to go stay somewhere else for a while, that's probably a pretty good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure. I just am. I don't think it's going to be much of a party.
Well, I don't mean to say it's a party, but I wonder.
Fun. It's like when they had. It's like. It's like when. For me, it's like when I was on my mission and they would have the guy who'd be like, "Hey, we're all staying at your apartment tonight." Oh, can't wait. How many of us are there? Yeah. How many? Why? Just because you guys wanted to take the early bus in because you didn't want to do your other appointments? Okay, cool. All right. See you at 6 p.m. tonight. That's when it starts. All right. We got to take a break. Millard, we got to take a break.
Yep.
We come back. We've got more to go. We've got some health stuff to talk about. We still have all sorts of fun things to jump into the rest of the show, including but not limited to the AI teaching of children. We know some people recently that took their kids out of private school, and they said, we're going to try something else. I wonder if this would be an option. Teaching your kids with this new tool that AI is suggesting for us. More to go around the corner. It's KSL Brightside.
It's amazing how much can change for the better in just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. What if everything felt different 4 weeks from now? Well, that's what happens when you start your Soda diet and nutrition plan with a nutritionist from Soda. In 4 weeks, you could lose up to 25 pounds and never get it back because they'll teach you what to do and how to keep it off.
And here's one even better, Andy. What if those 4 weeks were free?
Oh, my. Now you're talking.
If you call 866-800-SODA, S-O-T-A, or just go online to sodadietandnutrition.com, mention KSL, you can get 4 weeks for free.
You'll work one-on-one with a degreed nutritionist who'll guide you every step of the way. You'll learn what works for your body. And here's the best part. No injections, no pills, no ongoing prescription cost.
Because at Soda, they believe that weight loss should be temporary, but results should be permanent, and they are.
So call 866-800-SODA to talk with a degreed nutritionist or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because, Amanda, soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
When it's hot like this, air conditioners struggle to keep up. Parts are under more stress, and sometimes those parts fail. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and no one helps more homeowners maintain and repair their air conditioners than Any Hour Services. As a matter of fact, last year, over 32,000 homeowners called Any Hour Services for help maintaining and repairing their systems. Any Hour Services has over 100 HVAC technicians to help with everything from maintenance, repair, to installing a new system. This summer, there'll be a lot of people told they need to replace their air conditioner, and they'll wonder, do I really need to? If you're told you need to replace your air conditioner and you still have questions, Any Hour Services can give you a second opinion and let you know what options are available. Maybe it just needs a little maintenance or a small repair. Maybe it does need to be replaced, but if you don't feel good about being told you need to replace your air conditioner, don't ignore those feelings. Call Any Hour Services for help with air conditioner maintenance, repair, or to schedule a free second opinion. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-822-1490. That's 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
All right. Welcome back to KSL Brightside.
The amount of times you forget,
with Alex
the
Q.
amount of times you forget the name of our show during the week.
I have a lot that goes on during the day. It's not, it's not just you, all right?
I know, but you don't do other radio shows.
That's true. That's true. I don't do any.
Hey, you're listening to
what is this?
And then he looks over at me and goes, "What is this?
Where am I?
What is this?" Gosh, dang it!
Do we have? We're going to do an AI segment here. Do we have an AI intro? You want to play?
Yeah, man, I do. Let's kick it off. Let's get this thing going here.
If your net worth is less than $10 million, don't even bother listening to our news for the 1%.
This is news for the 1%.
Oh, but you know what? It works because it's the rich person and AI segment all at once.
Well, okay, it can be that, I guess.
Let's do the one at 150.
I did have one other AI thing.
Okay, fine. Hold on. I got you. The problem is that I got ahead of the time. No, I'm on
life
time.
Advice from your friends Gemini, Claude, or Grok, or letting ChatGPT balance your checkbook. It's time for artificial unintelligence.
They were both AI type segments.
Were they news?
News for the 1% does deal with AI, so that's why I was like, so do this one. We'll just jam it all together because it's AI, it's rich people, it's all of it. Okay, go ahead.
Well, doctors and lawyers around the country.
Rich people?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
In some cases.
Right? Not every doctor, not every lawyer is rich, but can be. They're certainly usually employed, so they got that going for them today in our day and age.
Ethan has this fun job now, too, where he meets people who are doctors or lawyers, and they go, I have no money. Everybody else goes, wait, what? Yeah, sometimes they have money. That's a great point, Alex. Thank you.
On occasion.
I'm saying generally, doctors and lawyers tend to do pretty well compared to the national average. Back to you.
Compared to you and I? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly right. You and I, the national average.
All right. But doctors and lawyers around the country are have their eyes on Utah because of a new prescription refill program that launched in Utah earlier this year. And here's the debate. Is artificial intelligence really ready to take over tasks that until now could only be performed by doctors? And we're talking about prescription refills. So this program allows residents to skip the doctor's office and get their prescriptions refilled online by an AI chatbot called Doctronic.
Doctronic sounds like a bad guy on Transformers, right?
Yeah.
They were like, the Autobots rolled up, and then the Decepticons came. Obviously, Megatron died. And so Dr. Tronic, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So Doctronic came
Doctronic.
in, and he obviously murdered that race of robots. But
Yeah,
back to you.
that's right.
Okay, I like it.
So it's a seemingly simple step towards making healthcare more convenient for patients and prescribers. I just want to read this paragraph from CNN. It says, it's also a precedent-shattering milestone that has set off alarm bells for doctors, lawyers, and public health experts. The pilot program has laid bare a host of questions about the role of AI in medicine, including how it should be regulated, whether doctors should be able to veto it, and what kind of safety measures are needed to protect parents. And Alex, I don't use Doctronic, but I actually do have medication that is refilled, and the doses are actually adjusted exclusively by AI.
Interesting.
Do you know this?
How do they adjust it?
So
it's just based off like a medical intake kind of form thing, and they go, hey, I need less of this or more of this.
So you use this app, and it tracks everything, right? It tracks everything you're eating, what your weight is.
Okay.
And then it says, okay, your next dose is Monday, and this is how much of the drug you should do.
Okay.
to use the parlance of our time.
Snort this much, Ethan.
And so it's all AI, and the refills are automated too.
Yeah, I can see that.
But that's been the case.
I've had the
a lot of medications.
The automated, and it's not necessarily AI. I don't know.
You're right. Automated is not the same the same as AI.
Well, I mean, like because my system from my pharmacy used to just be like, hey, you're due. Do you want us to do it? And then you're like, yeah. And then they go, got it.
I'm going to Google Doctronic.
Please do an image. Please do an image search, because if it's got to be it's got to be a character. Man, it would have been awesome.
No.
If it was.
There's nothing cool. There's no superheroes or anything. There's an infographic. Doctronic raises $20 million. Well, good for them. All right, Doctronic, your personal AI doctor. Hi, I'm Doctronic. Free, anonymous, built by doctors.
Yeah, he's gonna kill you.
Oh, hold on. I can start a chat. What brings you in? Describe symptom or ask any health questions. So describe your symptoms, and I'll provide a treatment plan based on peer-reviewed medical research. Need treatment, prescription, or doctor's note? See a licensed doctor online in under 30 minutes for $39, or use insurance. You know what, Alex? I bet this would work for a lot of what's out there that is kind of considered routine. I bet a lot of this could be.
I think like the thing is that with how much AI is coming along, they even say that the technology, what AI is doing in medicine is it's going to get better than the human interaction. So dosages, here's the thing that AI can do better, I think, a lot than humans. Dosages, reading like scans. So this is one thing I listened to.
They're faster. AI is faster at reading than humans are.
And then reading not just charts, but also reading like a scan of a CT scan, some sort of like anything that you're looking at.
Have you ever gone to the doctor, gotten blood work or anything, and then entered it into AI?
Like on my own personal AI to be like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
I've asked it a question before one time because I had like all these numbers come back, and it's like, everything's green if it's normal, and then there were I remember flipping over the page, and there was one that was yellow, and the orange and red are bad, and I remember I had a yellow one. It was like, well, what does this mean? And I looked it up, and it was just like, hey, what is DCL/49? Like it had like some shorthand of, oh, this is the thing that we're looking at.
Yeah.
And then it had a number next to it, and it said it was a little bit elevated. And I remember like thinking to myself, well, this is not, and this isn't helpful at all. I don't know what that number means. I don't know what that, like, why, and it was one of the things where
I don't Google medical things.
But see, I punched it into, what's it, Copilot. Mm-hmm. And it was like, oh, that is this. And the reason that they don't like that elevated number is, or it wasn't even elevated. It was too low. It was the good cholesterol was too low. That's what it was. So I had cholesterol, the good cholesterol too low. Bad cholesterol was low, but all of the cholesterol was low. And so it was
that's
like,
weird.
I know. And that's what I said too. I was like, I feel like I should get bonus points. I feel like you're docking me.
Cheeseburgers? Cheeseburgers?
So what do you want me to eat right now?
We got
do you want me to have?
We got a text here. Traffic alert. There is some debris scattered across the freeway on I-15 North in Lehigh, which is slowing traffic down.
That's one of the scariest things, to have stuff in the middle of the road.
Brian, thank you for that update. So we're going to flag that and pass it along to our team members in the traffic center.
AI can't do? Drag that off the freeway?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Sometimes you need a real human hand and human reflexes to go into traffic. And so if
robot hand won't suffice, is what you're saying?
I-15 North in Lehigh, some debris scattered across the freeway. If you're in that area, watch out for it. And we got news here.
Yes, news, traffic, weather right now. We'll come back. Hour number 2 next on KSL Brightside. Stay with us.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. The look at our top stories this hour. A judge is currently hearing testimony in the case of Tyler Robinson, the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University last fall. Prosecutors are trying to show the judge they have enough evidence to try Robinson for several charges, including aggravated murder, while Robinson's defense is working to discredit their case. It could be as late as Friday when the judge makes his ruling. We have a reporter at the courthouse in Provo, and we'll have a full report for you on Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. President Trump is in Turkey for the NATO summit today. ABC's Karen Travers is traveling with the president.
The president is also pushing countries to increase their defense spending as a percentage of GDP. That was a big issue at last year's NATO summit, and U.S. officials say this year they'll be measuring progress on those countries meeting that commitment set last year.
President Trump's also saying he appreciates his relationship with Turkey more than those with traditional NATO allies like France, Germany, and Italy. In other local news, a Utah state lawmaker who's worked on legislation regarding youth treatment facilities like Provo Canyon School in Springville is reacting to them having their license revoked by the state. State Senator Mike McKell tells Inside Sources there's a reason it's taken so long for this to happen, even though the facility has been bombarded with complaints for years.
I will say prior to 2021, our regulatory structure was fairly light, and that wasn't because the Office of Licensing wasn't asking for help. It just, that structure was not in place.
McKell also says they still want the Office of Licensing to make decisions based on evidence over a long period of time, not one specific instance. And he says also says other facilities in the state could potentially lose their licenses in the future. Your money at this moment, market's still down. The Dow is down 131, the S&P is down 33, and the NASDAQ still down more than 300 this hour. Coming up, going to be hot all week, but we have not even seen the worst of it yet. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 2:02.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
This is Nate Orchard from Advanced Window Products. When you live in Utah, your windows do a lot more than let the light in. They protect your home from freezing winters, blazing summers, and everything in between. That's why Advanced Window Products builds every window for your local climate. No middleman, no out-of-state delays, just factory direct quality, custom made for your home. Imagine a quieter home, a warmer home, a cooler home. Our high-efficiency vinyl windows are engineered to lower your energy bills and boost your comfort all year round. And installation is done by our own certified in-house crews, never subcontractors. That's why Utah homeowners give us 5-star reviews. Right now, take advantage of our anniversary sale. For a limited time, get $2,500 off when you buy 10 or more windows. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. For 40 years, Advanced Window Products has been the name Utah trusts for custom replacement windows and sliding glass doors. Advanced Window Products, built here, installed here, trusted here. Call 801-850-9100 for that $2,500 off or visit us at advancedwindows.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
Time for traffic and weather together, which is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Michelle Rowe.
And thank you to the KSL traffic trooper for giving us the heads up of why we had the slowdowns northbound I-15 in Lehigh. Again, that was due to debris in the road blocking the right lanes. This is just north of SR 92 Temp Highway. Still seeing some slowdowns in that area, and then still working on a crash southbound I-15. It's about a mile north of 1600 North in Linden, and that is also off to the right. No matter the weather, your feet can feel fantastic. Find the Good Feet location nearest you at goodfeet.com. I'm Michelle Rowe in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of 96 degrees today, 97 tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies and a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. 95 tomorrow, then on Friday the heat turns right on up to 100 degrees, 103 Saturday, and 104 forecasted on Sunday. Right now, 90 degrees in Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
For us, we bond at night over our favorite TV shows.
And Alex Curie.
Watching TV, but also staring at your phones? That's super romantic.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And, hold on, I got to get my chair set here.
Yeah, figured that out. You got to figure the chair out, man.
Well, this chair has like rollerblade wheels, you know?
Yeah.
And the floor is a hard floor, but it's just soft enough, and I'm just fat enough.
I was waiting to see what was going to come next after that.
No,
I get it. No, I think that the installers did a poor job on that subflooring right there.
I
think that's the problem was.
I'm not blaming
I
them.
will.
I'm the wrong person to sit in this chair. That's the problem.
You start rolling across the thing like.
I need something a little more firm. Is what I need.
You're like, you have a piece of slate we can put under Ethan? Just let him. So, I don't know, just like an old pool table. And we know those wheels won't dig in. Come on.
No, yeah.
My thing is I keep running over my rollerblade wheels on my chair. They keep running over my headphone cord.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Bad,
See,
bad
you know
news.
what? That's why I like this one, because this one is tied in
Somebody tied it
in
up.
a few dozen little knots.
Some ADHD
and that helps
person
shorten
did
it. So, Alex,
Yeah.
I've got a news for the 1%. We can
Oh,
do
so
really
now,
fast.
finally.
Now we can do it.
See, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I'm here for all day. I want to make sure everybody knows. Here we go. Let's get some news for the 1%. Let's do it.
If your net worth is less than $10 million, don't even bother listening to our news for the 1%.
All right, this is a story out of the Wall Street Journal. It would be in the Wall Street Journal, wouldn't it?
Bunch of rich people subscribing to that.
It says this: forget work. So they have my attention right there.
Okay, hold on. Would you say
forget
now?
work? Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Passive income is the new American dream.
Okay.
Subhead: driven by a growing feeling that 9-to-5 jobs are a dead end.
That's for sure.
People are turning to social media to test out eccentric money-making schemes, along with a fair share of scams.
Schemes and scams.
Schemes and scams. So here's the thing: 9-to-5 jobs are not a dead end.
I thought Brightside would have been a great name for the show. Great, but schemes and scams.
Schemes.
You and me. Because ultimately, we are always yelling at people like, "That's a scam."
Stop it.
And then if we bring this kind of stuff up, we go, that's a cool little scheme there. So are they getting on social media and trying to make money on social media? Because that's actually one of the things as well.
They're looking for passive income. They want income that pays them, and they don't have to be at their desk for it. So they say this. They say the feeling, I read this a second ago, the feeling that 9-to-5 jobs are a dead end. And here's the thing, 9-to-5 jobs are not a dead end. You just have to be realistic about what it is. In our system, there are basically two ways that you can contribute to the economy.
You can get a free.
You can continue to contribute to the economy with capital, right? Or you can contribute to the economy with your work, with your labor. In order to have passive income, for the most part, you need traditionally you've needed some kind of capital, because then you make money. You don't have to be at your desk earning money.
But I think everything, all of these technically would require some upfront capital of some
Well,
kind.
it depends on where you it depends on where you
Some
get
are high,
that capital.
some are low.
Because you could inherit $1 million from your parents.
Oh, sure.
And so you don't have to lift a finger for it, right? So there are different ways that this can happen, but it's basically you're either contributing capital or you're contributing labor. And I think what frustrates people so much is that when you're contributing labor, you're only worth what it would take to replace you. If it's easy to replace you, then you're not going to be paid very much. If it's hard to replace you, you might get a little bit of a better deal, right? But still only marginally better, because the priority is the return on capital. That's why it's capitalism, right? It's because capital is number one. Under capitalism, labor is number two.
Okay.
And so, you sacrifice some of your pay, some of the money that you earn doesn't go to you. It goes to repay the capital.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Or supply capital with interest. And that frustrates people. They say, well, this is a dead end. It's not a dead end. It's systematically how it is, right? 9-to-5 employment is not a way to get rich or become independently wealthy, because businesses don't want their employees becoming wealthy and then quitting, right? I mean,
So-
there has to be some kind of element there that keeps you in the game through to the age of 65. So I wanted to contest that right there.
I think that when I hear passive income too, like I don't think about, because I actually went on to Copilot for a second and I looked and I wanted to see what the number one, like what the top things are that Americans do for passive income.
Yeah.
And I don't think of like my 401k as being one of those things, but they consider that. Any stock market investing at all is considered passive income.
Yes.
And so brokerage accounts, your IRA, the 401k, all those things. So your retirement accounts technically count as those things. But obviously they're talking about like, hey, how can I get an extra couple $1,000s in my pocket by the end of the month into that checking account?
Yes. When people think about passive income, they think, how am I going to get money to spend now? And that can be your retirement accounts, right? If you're retired, you can get passive income from your investments. Gains in your investments, dividends, interest paid out in your investments, those can be spent on your life. They can be passive income. You don't have to go to work for it. Now, keep in mind, I'm I'm not your financial advisor, so I just want to make sure I indemnify myself.
As your attorney, I
here.
cannot recommend Ethan Millard as your financial advisor.
This is the stuff that I do at tea time,
Sure.
but I'm not doing it for you. Don't take this as like personalized financial advice. But yes, if you have enough money, you can generate income through things like dividend-paying stocks, interest-bearing bonds, things like that. Now, and you can do it when you're young. You don't have to be retired, but you have to be able to have money that's not in a 401k, right? But that requires kind of a lot of capital in order to have passive income out of investment portfolio. You would probably to satisfy the lifestyle of a young person, it would need to be in the millions of dollars.
Let me ask this: is selling your kids toys on eBay, is that passive income? Is that considered passive income?
No, it's not considered passive income
because I have to go and do some work.
Yeah, you have to do some work.
All right.
So some of the more popular ones, I think, that could work as passive income. Some of the ones that are most close to home would be like Airbnb,
rental properties of any kind.
Even if you have like an extra room and bathroom in your home, like in the basement, if you've got like a little mother-in-law room suite in your basement, if you rented that out on Airbnb, I think that would count as passive income, right?
Well,
There's
any
a
of those,
bit of
they
work
say
involved.
rental properties. They say any so Airbnbs for sure, but even long-term rentals also would be considered that.
But here's the problem, though, is that
they even consider because of all the property appreciation also, but that's not money in your pocket right then.
Well, and
right then, unless you sell that property. Right
not only that, but for most of us, a lot of the passive income things are going to be unrealistic. Like like I said, if you want to pay your bills with dividend stocks, you got to have millions of dollars in there. If you want real estate, that's fine. You either have to have multiple decades before it pays out, or you have to have, how much does a duplex cost right now, right? You've got to splash that cash out right now. Most of us don't have that kind of money. So I'm just thinking about things like, what could you do as a normal person, right? There are a few other things that really can work if you know how to build apps, right? That can work. If you know how to build an app, you can get into an app store and have that generating passive income for you once you build it.
Ooh, Ethan, this says YouTubes and blogs. Are people still making money off of blogs?
Well, it depends. I would go more on the lines of like the classes.
Social media. Social media is a big one.
I would do something that like you record it once and then it generates income for you.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, they actually brought that up too because they even said videos can continue earning obviously through all those things, but like they say that if you get yourself if you're an expert and you create an online course in investing, fitness, languages, business,
something you're
photography.
an expert in.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
And then you record the course, and then that makes money for you.
And then you just walk away from it.
You walk away from it. That's real passive income, right? It's got to be a set it and forget it kind of.
These all sound like way too much work, though. Every one of these sound like way too much work.
You got to work to earn.
Nobody want that.
Look,
where does MLM fall?
Unless you have enough capital right off the bat, you have to work for earn even to get passive income.
Where does Melaleuca fall into this?
Not passive income.
Why not?
MLMs are not passive income.
Why not? You got people working on my downline. I don't have to do any work. All right? I don't have to do any work. I have them doing the work for me. All right?
Foolproof.
Bernie Madoff, wasn't he doing?
Fail.
Was Bernie Madoff doing passive income thing? I'm saying, what level of this is actually cheating versus the one where it feels like you're working?
Look, if I could give like some advice,
yes,
I would be very suspicious of people who are offering to take your money and give you passive income. Number one.
Oh, for sure.
It's one thing to set it up for yourself, right?
No.
I bought this property or I created this app. If someone says, hey, give me your money and I'll create the passive income for you, just get as much information as you can. You got to be so suspicious about things like that because they really can go sideways, especially here in Utah. We're the fraud capital of the United States because we have so many people committing fraud. And
I thought you were going to say because we're so just trustful. We like to trust other people immediately.
We love to say that. Oh well, we're really trusting. That's why we're the.
But there's a lot of jerks who are taking advantage of us.
Well, we're not getting scammed by New Yorkers. We're not getting.
No, but we're getting scammed by people. I get that.
We're getting scammed by ourselves.
I love when I get that phone. I don't know how their software works, but when it says, "Hey, this is from the DMV," but it's from the country code is 63. I'm like, the Utah DMV calling from the Philippines? And they're like, yeah, of course. That's where we do most of our work.
Look, I think, asking why are we so trusting, that's fair. Also asking why do we have so many scammers here is also totally fair.
The chicken or the egg situation. Which one is it? Are we born natural scammers? Are we born natural schemers or scammers, Ethan? You decide. Next on Schemers and Scammers. All right, we'll go around the corner here. We've got more to talk about. I have this AI when it comes to your education of your children. Apparently, we've turned into a full-on AI conversation that we've been having this hour, unbeknownst to us. I didn't think it was going to get this AI heavy, but here we are. More to go around the corner. Stay with us. It's KSL Brightside. Ethan, it's that time, of course, for us to be able to jam about one of our favorite things, and that's, of course, eating food. And not just eating food, a slice of New York, a taste of New York has now come to Utah. And Ethan, I don't know how your family did it, but they were able to convince you to go to Magnolia Bakery even on the last weekend. I know it was a tough sell for you guys.
I didn't need any convincing at all. It's over at Holiday Hills, which is where the old Cottonwood Mall was. And we went and we loaded up. We got a big thing of banana pudding. We got a couple different kinds of cheesecake. And a cookie, a couple other things.
I noticed
none
you
of
didn't
them
say,
lasted the afternoon.
I was going to say I noticed that you got a big thing of banana pudding, and you've now shunned the red velvet.
I
cupcake.
do not shun the
right?
red velvet cupcake.
Dang it!
I'm team red velvet cupcake all the way. But I do think it's worth pointing out that when you have that banana pudding, and you hold that container in your hand, it is so heavy.
I was going to say it is not a light thing.
And then you eat it, and it is like light and refreshing and banana-y and cakey and
banana-y and cakey. I agree.
It's just so amazing.
You're going to love it because if you haven't gone yet, like you said, Ethan, it's over in Holiday Hills, brand new location. You don't have to get it shipped with the dry ice across the country for hundreds of dollars now.
No, those days are gone because we've got Magnolia Bakery right here with us. So
it's a Utah. It's not a Utah original. It's a New York original, but it's now here in Utah, which means, of course, we're going to love it more than probably anybody else in the world has loved it. You know why? It's desserts, Ethan. We do it right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So make sure, just punch it into Google Maps, Magnolia Bakery. It'll take you over there to the old Cottonwood Mall. And all those beautiful new residences and stores are going in. It's right there. Easy to get to, lots of parking. Make sure you hit up Magnolia Bakery.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
So to illustrate the difference between regular trees and new super trees, we've placed 2 men in a wind tunnel. One with a toupee and the other with real hair. The toupee is starting to peel off, and yes, there it goes. It's completely off his head. But the other man's hair, while being blown around like crazy, isn't going anywhere. Clearly roots made all the difference in that experiment, and roots make all the difference in super trees. Trees grown in conventional pots could develop circling root deformities, making them weaker and more likely to blow over. But super trees are grown in special air pot containers that promote superior root development. The result is stronger, faster-growing trees with more lustrous foliage. Visit Super Trees and receive 10% off. Super Trees at their Riverton Nursery at 2767 West, 12600 South, or online at supertrees.com. Super Trees, because better roots make better trees.
Do you have an IRA or 401k? It's natural to think of this as being your money, right? But remember, you still have to pay taxes when you withdraw this money in retirement. And you could be paying a lot more in taxes on these accounts than you know. A lot more. Learn the strategies that can help you reduce or eliminate your taxes in retirement. Don't miss a special edition of Retirement Solutions Radio this Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Right here on KSL News Radio 102.7.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, and we sure do appreciate you tuning in. Are you ready to finally do another AI segment?
Finally? Well, we've been talking AI a lot this hour.
It's been at least 10 minutes since we talked about AI.
Yeah. Well, and last segment, full disclosure, I did lean quite a bit on Copilot to give me a couple ideas here for you, because we were talking about the passive income thing.
Yeah, passive income is
some ideas.
It's just that anytime that we leave ourselves vulnerable to being taken advantage of financially, there are some like tried and true and proven ways.
Yeah.
But it's all slow and steady stuff.
Yeah. Essential oils. Yeah.
It's all slow and steady stuff. And I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I know it. I feel it. I know it's hard to watch those guys and they don't have to go to work. The money works for them. But we're not in that position. It's just, you can get in that position if you've got rich family, or if you like buy into the right business early in a private equity deal or something like that. You can get in that position. But the rest of us, we've just got our jobs. We've just got the hours we can devote to working. And so it ramps up. It feels like it ramps up the stakes, and it makes us more vulnerable to people who will come and say, look at that guy with his private jet. You can be like that too.
All he did, he's the passive income king.
And, I mean, look, and this is something too that I've had to kind of wrap my brain around. So this is the United States. This is America. That kind of wealth can happen to anybody, right? It can happen to anybody, but it cannot happen to everybody. It cannot. That is not how the system works.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And so it's important just to be prudent. We've got families to raise, and that guy's jet is cool, but he's got his own problems too.
That guy's jet is cool, but like he's going through some stuff. All right.
Well,
I mean, it's not.
I've heard rich people have problems. They're always complaining about something.
You're like, I still haven't figured out exactly what they are, if they're worse than the ones that I have. But yeah, I got you. All right, Millard. The reason this is an AI conversation, it's less about. Look, you're a big choice in education guy. You've always been the guy that I've always been like, okay, I know that Ethan is big on parents being the ones who are like, hey, I want to be able to make this decision for my kids, and of course. We have to allow parents to be able to make those decisions for what the best version of their education is. We have some close friends who decided to walk away from the private school situation that they were in, and they found themselves in a spot where they're like, hey, you know what? Well, okay, for right now, we're just going to wait till it kind of comes back around to the beginning of the school year. But what I thought was interesting is this article about how AI is now one way that the quote unquote rich people are turning to teach their kids. And I don't hate the idea, just on its face, of hearing it like that. Hey, AI being your kid's teacher. Of course, you want to see what the cost is if it's something that the quote-unquote ultra-rich lean into. Mm-hmm. How does that work? And are you going to would your kids actually get an education? Would some standards be upheld? I'm not sure how it works in 2026.
So there's an article, again, in Wall Street Journal, of course, about this. And one of the families it highlights is a guy named Sean Johnson. I'm just going to read right from the article here. There's a little paragraph here. Sean Johnson, a venture capitalist who lives in San Francisco, plans to send his son to Alpha Kindergarten. The school provides 2 hours of AI-based tutoring, followed by interactive project-based workshops. The local tuition is $75,000 a year. He says, we recognize that education is likely broken the way it is, and there's going to be entrepreneurs that try to fix it. You want someone to be able to think on their feet and navigate the world, not necessarily a recitation of facts in a particular discipline.
$75,000 a year seems a bit steep. I mean, what did they say? 2 hours of AI learning and then like some tutoring or AI tutoring and then what was
2 hours of
Legos
of group project based instruction.
How was it $75,000? I could get a lesson plan right now.
You can sell rich people on anything.
You could charge $75,000 is just like the base rate. $75,000 is when they know that it's serious, and then they go, that's how I know that it works.
Here's what I'm suspicious though of, and this is one thing that's always. So you're right. I really love the whole idea of education choice, school choice, but there's something that I'm suspicious on, and something I don't like about it, and that is we are all to some degree reliant on each other's education levels. We all need all of us to get educated and be educated well in certain things. And when one or two kids eject from the system and say, I'm going to do this differently, that's okay. We can absorb a lot of things. But what if their education is really terrible? What if things are really wrong? What if it's really bad? And then more and more kids go there for ideological reasons or whatever. And so I think the thing that we have to be careful of with kids and families dumping traditional education is, are they going somewhere where they're learning reactionary fundamentalism and things like that, things that will cause us major problems in the future. And then additionally, I think that we're really hyper right now about skills-based education. Well, how are you going to get job skill? Yeah,
sure.
But I read an interesting, it wasn't an article, actually. I listened to an interesting conversation. And they pointed out, so much of this stuff is already being done by AI. What if the real future of AI gives us the ability to turn to those things that are more innately human, and if those things become more valuable? For example, AI can write ad copy, right, really easily. But we're probably going to start placing a premium on creative writing that's done by real humans. Philosophy, history, there are these things that are more innately human in those that kind of the traditional liberal arts that I think are going to become more and more important. And they are still important. They'll be more and more important. And I think it's a mistake for families to dump those traditional liberal arts because they're not quote unquote job skills, even though they're critical to learning how to think.
I've got in front of me two things. Utah families can access both dedicated AI-driven homeschool platforms and public online programs that utilize artificial intelligence heavily. Little Lit AI is a specialized AI-driven homeschool curriculum for K through 12, and it features personalized AI tutors, on-demand report cards, built-in AI literacy courses, for grades 6 through 8. There's also SmartPath, a tool used nationwide by homeschools parents. And in Utah, finding curriculum that is customized, and AI recommends curricula by filling out brief questionnaires about their children's needs. That's how they get the SmartPath education system going on there. A lot of these are free. That's the part to me that I'm like, what about the $75,000? Like, I think people do think to themselves, I've got to pay $75,000, otherwise, I can't tell my friends that I'm paying for an expensive private school taught by a robot. Taught by Doctronic. Doctronic. All right, we'll take a break. We've got news, traffic, and weather right now. We have more coming up around the corner. You don't want to miss any more on KSL Brightside. We're going to get you ready also for the top of the hour when Jeff Kaplan's going to take over for the afternoon news. But we've got, how about this one next, Ethan? Are girl dads better bosses? Are they better workers? We'll come back and talk about that next. Stay right here, KSL Brightside.
Good afternoon, 2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Jeff Kaplan. Our top local story this hour, inmates at the San Juan County Jail have been relocated because of the nearby Babylon fire. Richard Fiat with the Department of Corrections says 76 people incarcerated have now been moved.
The transportation teams relocated. There's 66 of the incarcerated individuals came up here to Salt Lake at the Utah State Correctional Facility. And then there were 10 other individuals that were transported to the San Pete County Jail.
Fiat says there were no evacuation orders from fire officials, but the inmates were moved out of an abundance of caution so it didn't become a rushed emergency situation later on. In a new review of the Utah Fits All Scholarship Program, the Utah State Auditor has found while most of the money is being spent responsibly, there were thousands of dollars going to fancy computers, exercise equipment, even furniture. The audit only covered the first year of the program. The auditor's office is recommending lawmakers also consider putting specific spending limits in place. Our top national story from ABC News. Several Republican lawmakers say they've touched base with Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell. He's been hospitalized for weeks now. This was after paramedics reportedly went to his house last month to treat an unconscious person in need of advanced life support.
Amid a slew of online rumors about his health, some of Mitch McConnell's colleagues now say they've spoken with him by phone. John Thune, who succeeded McConnell as Senate Majority Leader, says the two had a lengthy and substantive conversation yesterday. Republican Whip John Barrasso says his call with McConnell lasted roughly 20 minutes and that the 84-year-old was fully engaged and is eager to get back to the Senate. McConnell's been hospitalized for more than 3 weeks for reasons that still have not been disclosed by his aides.
That's ABC's Stephen Portnoy reporting. Your money at this moment, the Dow closed with a 130-point loss. The Nasdaq fell 302 points. Coming up, we have a chance for a little rain. We have the KSL weather forecast coming up next. Stay with us. KSL News Time, 2:33.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Friday, join KSL News Radio and NPS from 10 to 1 as the movie show stops by. Then browse and uncover what makes NPS so great. With 4 locations, NPS takes in new inventory every day. Then they check all competitors' retail pricing before marking items down 20 to 70% off. So you're invited to visit the movie show Friday 10 to 1. And that's the first step to discovering NPS. Visit npsstore.com to begin your own NPS adventure. npsstore.com.
Right now, JCW's has 15 bus and billboards depicting our delicious, mouthwatering hamburgers across I-15. We've also just learned that I-15 averages 15 fender benders a day. Probably a coincidence, but just in case, keep your eyes on the road. Here's what our burgers sound like. Now, with your hands at 10 and 2, safely turn into one of our 5 locations in American Fork, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When you need a new water heater, you need it right now.
Yep, can't wait on that.
When you need a new furnace or a new air conditioner come the summertime, you need it right now. So Superior Water and Air has a wonderful program where they can help you with financing. If you need it, get it today and pay it off when you get your tax refund or just over time.
And that's one of the great things is they have multiple financing options. It's not just one, okay, you've got to do it this way. It's, you can wait till just after your tax refund. Well, what if you need no payments until later in the year?
Yeah.
They can work with you like that because, look, they want to help you get you back on your feet with the thing that doesn't work that you got to use.
Yeah.
And they'll just work with your situation. What a great way to do it.
I loved introducing you to my friends at Superior because they're just great people. And when you invite somebody into your home, you want to feel good about them.
Yeah, and they're so customer-centric. That was what really impressed me was they wanted to work with me and my family, whatever needs we might have.
Right. They want your home to be safe and clean. Superior Water and Air. Here's the number, 801-872-8483, or go to superiorwaterandair.com.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Michelle Rowe.
We have a crash southbound I-15 south of 2100 North in Lehigh. It's blocking the right shoulders and causing some delays in the area. Also another crash northbound I-15 about 5300 south off to the right. And then reports of a hazmat spill northbound I-15 at 123rd south, also on the right. I'm Michelle Rowe in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, a 30% chance of showers today and tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the mid-90s. The triple-digit weather starts on Friday. We're right now 90 degrees I'm Jeff Kaplan from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. This is Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex. Jeez.
Excuse you?
Alex Keary.
What was it? Alex Keary. This is like my European name. What was going on here?
Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about girl dads. Is this a parent's perfect
I
parent
can
club?
make it. I can make it a perfect parent club. You know why? Because it kind of can. It can sort of go into both places here. But I have a perfect parent club, so yeah, we might as well. We've made all this music. We might as well use it.
You see them in your feed. The parents who do everything right. You could be one too by being ultra judgmental. Ethan and Alex welcome you to the Perfect Parent Club.
All right, I call the Perfect Parent Club into session. Girl dads. These are fathers who have daughters. According to some new research, they may make superior bosses at work, superior supervisors. For a couple of, does this surprise you, Alex? I want to read you a couple of reasons why this is the case. But I want to first know, does this surprise you?
That what the dads,
the girl dads
are better bosses at work.
Are better like they're.
Wait, I want to know. I want to know why they think that.
They call it the daughter effect.
Okay, so but why do they think that?
They think it because, number one, and this is what research shows. Research shows that male managers whose first child is a daughter are more inclined to hire women, promote gender equity, and help close the wage gap in their organization. So,
okay, so those
more fair hiring and pay.
Right. So that means, okay, I could see that. I don't know. Does it mean because you understand what the importance?
They see it different. I think they see it differently. You see it differently.
I'm trying to think like how my interactions with my daughters would have anything to do with my workplace interactions or how it would affect. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just saying
it's because
I'm trying to figure out how it would versus having boys. I mean, because I have a mix of both, right? We have 4 boys. We have 3 girls.
I think it's because of this.
Does that mean that I'm like I'm more in tune with certain things on one side over the other? And why is it that having daughters and being able to wouldn't it just be why wouldn't it just be parenting? Why wouldn't it just be somebody who's a parent can be a little bit more understanding of how things operate on a better level from a management standpoint? I'm not trying to poo-poo the study. I just want to know what makes it to where if you're a dad of girls, if that makes any difference on what your manager style is.
It's increased empathy.
Okay.
So men who raise daughters often rely, they can develop stronger empathetic abilities than men who don't have daughters. And I think that's kind of the number one thing that resonates is that you're able to see the women that you work with more clearly than men who don't have daughters.
Okay, I can see that.
You see them a little more fairly.
All right.
A little more like people, right? Also, CEOs with daughters have been found to spend significantly more on employee-friendly programs, flexible working arrangements, and corporate social responsibility than CEOs who have only sons or no children. Of course, we're talking about male CEOs.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. I can see the.
Don't you feel like though your daughters changed you in a way that your sons didn't? Kids are going to change you, right? But don't you feel like there's something that you're getting from your daughters there's something you're getting from your daughters that you didn't have before?
There are certainly ways that I treat my daughters differently than I treat my boys, and that has had to be a learned skill.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to think. Well, part of it is and again, I fully recognize the fact that that parents will tell you to your face that they love all their children equally, and they're just straight up lying to you.
Because you love your daughters more.
I love it's not about loving them more. I'd say they're easier to love in a lot of cases. Now that being said, the two youngest kids in our family are both are two of the three daughters, and those are hard ages that they're at right now.
Yeah,
and so, but I have an extremely mature, pretty mature, 14-year-old daughter. She's our oldest daughter, and she is beyond her years in a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't give us the same, I don't know, problems isn't the right word, but the same challenges that some of these boys have presented to us in the past. And frankly, she's been she's a set it and forget it kid. You know what I mean? And she's the one that I can rely on for a lot of different things. And I will say her ability to just say, oh yeah, no, let me take care of that. Yep, I got it. No problem. Instead of going, ugh. You know what I mean?
We got a text from Jessica.
Oh boy!
And this is a real contribution.
I'm talking out loud on this. I have no idea if this makes me a better worker or if it makes you a better boss. If you have daughters versus not having daughters, I don't know.
Well, so Jessica says she asked ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
She said, and ChatGPT told her this: having daughters can push some men, apparently not you, Alex, but some men to become more aware of the barriers women face. Research in economics and political science have found a daughter effect in certain settings. Fathers of daughters may become more, I love how it keeps saying may become.
Yeah, because
I know, because it already knows about you.
Yeah.
In certain
I thought
settings.
it was because there's no actual good empirical data on it.
In some settings, fathers of daughters may become more supportive of gender equity, women's opportunities, and family-friendly policies. At work, that could translate into a boss who listens more instead of immediately trying to dominate the conversation, is more aware of sexism or double standards, has more patience with emotions and different communication styles, is less threatened by strong, outspoken women, cares more about a flexibility and work-life balance, and has had years of being humbled by a tiny female human who can destroy his entire argument with one vote. I think she must have put that in there.
I know that's probably added.
But
now I will say this.
This reminds me of a story.
But here's the other thing. But my daughter is out of those older three kids. Objectively, is the better worker and a better student. All those things. So you know what? Great. I think that she is awesome, and I am empathetic to what she's kind of going through. But also, she's a better She is a better version of some of these kids so far. So that's not me. That's not me making fun of anybody.
I feel like
I have favorites.
I feel like I know what Jessica's talking about here with this text. One of the things that my daughter, that Ruby's introduced into my life, is I do care how she experiences the world, and I have become more concerned that she is going to have to live through some of the things that. Some of the ways in which this world is harder on women than it is on men.
Yeah.
And that bothers me for her. And when you're a dad of a daughter and you see that, you think about that, right? And so then you've got a choice to make. And that's where that's the point I think about the daughter effect, where men who raise daughters, then there's this ripple effect where they behave differently at work. And they show up differently at work because of their daughters. And I think that's significant. I had an experience, though, when my baby girl was still really a baby. And I had to really kind of tighten up my act because everyone was starting to notice that I kind of deferred to her a lot, right? Will you do this for me? Will you do that for me? And I had two sons as well, right? And but I couldn't stop just doing stupid, dumb little tasks and errands for Ruby, right? And finally, I realized, I gotta kind of put my foot down. This is out of control. It's true she's cute, but I gotta enforce some boundaries, right?
You knew you were being embarrassingly just leaning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so one day she asked me to do something just ridiculous, right? Will you do this? And I said no. I'm not going to do that.
She couldn't believe her ears.
She didn't miss a beat. She looked right at me and she said this. She said, "That's okay. I'll just make you do it." And I was so startled that I stood up and left the room because in that moment, I wasn't sure that, in that moment, I felt so vulnerable. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she really can." And I just left.
She's calling me out. She's calling me out. Look at this text we just got from Ben, by the way. From I'm assuming it's Unky Ben. We have 2 15-year-old girls moving in next month, exchange students. So I'll ask for a raise since I'll be a better boss. Now, that's a good point.
That's absolutely right.
It'll be a hit with a double dose. And probably you throw in the foreign side, the foreign exchange side of things. You definitely you're an international diplomacy and just all of it goes up.
I think we send your expenses into an invoice to the State Department.
Do it.
So we'll look at this text. It says, "I grew up in a family of all boys. I have a daughter, and this 100% applies to me."
Interesting.
And I think, so, I mean, obviously the daughter effect is real.
Not on me. I don't know. It probably is.
But you're an empathetic person anyway.
I also am just learning things going along here. I never thought I would even have kids. And so to have this many kids, I've had to learn a lot of stuff.
Why didn't you think you'd ever have kids?
People were like, I picture myself having blah, blah, blah. I just didn't care. I didn't have any of those grandiose thoughts.
So if your wife would have, when you got married, if your wife would have said, "I don't want kids," you would have gone along with it?
I wasn't really necessarily planning on it anyway. Other people had like lists of kids' names like that they wanted to use growing up. Like I had none of that.
I honestly was kind of the same way. If Emily had said, "Hey, we're not having kids," I would have gone along with it.
Yeah, sure.
If she would have said, "Hey, I want 10 kids,"
we would have discussed.
I don't know if I would have gone along with that. But
all right. Millard, we got to take a break. When we come back, we have our Ask AI segment coming up. We also have, we'll just get you wrapped up totally to get you ready for Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News coming up. So just stay right here with us. More to go. KSL Brightside.
It's amazing how much can change for the better in just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. What if everything felt different 4 weeks from now? Well, that's what happens when you start your Soda diet and nutrition plan with a nutritionist from Soda. In 4 weeks, you could lose up to 25 pounds and never get it back because they'll teach you what to do and how to keep it off.
And here's one even better, Andy. What if those 4 weeks were free?
Oh, my. Now you're talking.
If you call 866-800-SODA, S-O-T-A, or just go online to sodadietandnutrition.com, mention KSL, you can get 4 weeks for free.
You'll work one-on-one with a degreed nutritionist who'll guide you every step of the way. You'll learn what works for your body. And here's the best part. No injections, no pills, no ongoing prescription cost.
Because at Soda, they believe that weight loss should be temporary, but results should be permanent, and they are.
So call 866-800-SODA to talk with a degreed nutritionist or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because Amanda, Soda is, say it with me,
state of the art.
Looking for your next big win? Head to ksl.com/win and enter this week's contest. You could win a pair of tickets to the Deer Valley Music Festival. See Zach Bryan live at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Enjoy Guys and Dolls at the Sarah Shell. Cheer on Real Salt Lake or the Utah Royals, and lots more. Whether you love live music, theater, or cheering on your favorite team, there's a prize with your name on it. It only takes a minute to enter, and you could be the next KSL winner. Don't miss your chance. Visit ksl.com/win today.
Downsize without compromise with Ovation Homes. Join the KSL Greenhouse Show at Ovation Homes July 11th during the Northern Wasatch Parade with prize giveaways and more. Visit OvationHomesUtah.com. Your best years start here.
I'm Utah tax attorney Jordan Wilcox. Don't face the IRS alone.
I was self-employed and I got behind on my taxes. And then 1 year became 2 years and 3 years and $116,535.47 to be exact. It just became overwhelming. Finally, I went to another tax company and they were more interested in how good they were than helping me. I heard about Jordan and talking to the other people who'd done and been in the same situations that I was in, and their tax problems seemed just like mine. And so I went to Jordan and it was amazing. They were able to negotiate it down to $5,200, and life became wonderful to me.
Don't face the IRS alone. You need a tax attorney that's not afraid to fight for you. Visit endtaxworry.com to schedule your free consultation. That's endtaxworry.com.
I will be forever grateful.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
All right, final segment here on KSL Brightside, and we've got an AI question of the day. And just kind of generally wrap things up and then send it off to Utah's Afternoon News with Jeff Kaplan. And
Jeff kicks me out of the chair.
So you got to move to the other side.
Yeah. I can appreciate his, I can relate to him kicking me out of the, that's why I can connect.
You can relate to it?
Yeah, I can.
Because he does it every day to you?
I can connect with him on that because nobody wants to sit. Nobody wants somebody sitting in their chair.
Guys, I have to put my finger on the pulse of Utah.
Yeah.
Give me 15 minutes.
to get settled in.
But it's not just that. It's a left-handed. It's got to put his left hand on the pulse of Utah.
Yeah.
So you have to move everything.
He does. Everything gets moved. Everything gets moved. That's true. It is a process.
Staff lefty, yeah.
I know. I have I have a very, very left-handed daughter. And all of our kids have noticed. They're like, "What is she doing?" Because I'm like, she's just going to be smarter than all of you guys. I can already tell. She is. I only do one thing left-handed. I throw. That's it. No, that's not true. I shoot. I like when I hold a gun, it's on the left shoulder, and I'm looking.
So you pull the trigger with your left finger.
It's the left eye, and it's the left shoulder, and it's down, and you're looking down the barrel there.
See,
and so I'm considered a left-handed shooter. But I also throw and shoot. I shoot a basketball left-handed. Those are the only things I do. Right-handed. Everything else right-handed. Right-handed.
Really?
Everything. Bat right-handed. Golf right-handed. All of it. Kick right-handed.
You kick right-handed.
Yeah.
Could you switch it up if you wanted to? Like
absolutely not. I look absolutely ridiculous.
You couldn't do a left-handed swing.
I mean, no. I can. I taught myself to swing a little bit. Switch hitter. From both sides of the plate a little bit. Like I don't look totally inept swinging a bat, but if I had to swing a golf club left-handed, no thank you. Like I would look absolutely terrible. I throw a ball right-handed and I look like what everybody thinks other people look like when they throw left-handed.
Yeah.
I look like like that old Mike Lee ad. Remember he goes, I love throwing football with my kids, and he's like and I was like, no you don't.
For the first time ever.
I'm about to criticize that throwing motion, Senator Lee.
I could throw a baseball with my left hand if I calm down and relax.
But it feels dumb.
It
right?
feels dumb, but I could get one
10
down.
Times worse. Just know it looks 10 times worse.
Like I could get one down the field, not very far, but if I slow down and just relax, I can get one out.
Jeff Kaplan though, full lefty. So
yeah. Well, smartest people are lefties.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, what do you not do? What do you not do right-handed?
The most creative people.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Left-handed. There you go. Okay.
Did your teachers ever try to hit it out of you with the ruler?
I'm not that old. That was like the 1800s.
No, but I'm saying because you get I know that my brother's left-handed too. He did the same thing where he dragged his hand through all of his ink through his whole life, and everybody was like.
Yeah,
he'd come home and he had the graphite pencil on the hand.
I remember my mom telling me, back in the day they would switch what hand you held the scissor in, and that was kind of a
strong.
Yeah.
Hold it strong now.
Yeah.
I see. Millard,
are you ready for the AI question of the day?
Let's kick it off here. Corey's got it for us. This is our AI question of the day. Let's get to it.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
So this first article that we saw here, Ethan, that this is kind of based on a little bit, it's banning teens from social media is hard. Now, we've seen a lot of stories recently that have basically said, hey, all these different things, all these different companies
around the entire world,
right.
They're trying to ban teens from social media. Yeah,
and it sounds good. hey, we want to make sure they don't hit social media too
It
early.
actually sounds amazing to me.
We're like, hey, let's just not have teens on social media.
I'm 100% about it. My children are not allowed on social media at all.
How do you manage that? Because like my kids, I have like their apps, I block them and everything, and they still find ways to get around it.
Do they?
Yes. My kids hack me. They hack their phones.
Honestly, I just
Assume they do
it was working. No, I honestly assumed I was keeping it because I do. They can't download anything. Everything's locked.
I need you to go home, Ethan. I need you to go home because they've been using it.
You think so?
Yes.
I'm going to go to Ruby
What
and
about
say,
what about your boys? Like they're in there, they're adults now.
this is what I'm going to do.
What do they do?
I'm going to burst into Ruby's room. I'm going to say, Alex told me you're on social media. And see what she says.
Speaking of people who have the finger on the pulse of Utah, which is Jeff Kaplan,
Yeah.
Ruby has her finger on the pulse of everything Taylor Swift associated with anything.
Yeah.
You think she could do that without having any kind of dip in on the social media?
Oh, I see Caitlin shaking her head.
Did you see? I was going to say.
I can see her.
Ask her, say, are you still able to get Snapchat even though it says on your phone that you don't have it? Like, that has been a real conversation I've had
This
to
is
have
how
with
the
my kids.
Swifties communicate, just FYI.
On social media?
On TikTok, specifically.
Do you consider TikTok social media?
Yes.
The
We're not
worst.
doing TikTok because I don't want to get wrapped up with the Chinese Communist Party. So we're not doing.
Well, Ruby certainly is.
That's all I need. That's all I need is the Chinese communists in my home gathering information.
Okay. So I've got a question for AI now. I've just tailored it to you.
Oh, great.
Okay. What is the best way that my radio co-host, Ethan Millard, can make sure that his daughter isn't on social media? And this is because I think that you're going to be shocked that there are ways that they find around it.
Okay.
If Ethan's goal is to keep his daughter off of social media, I think we agree that's the goal.
Yep.
And away from the Communist Party of China.
Yep.
That part I
Naturally.
had. For as reasonably long as possible, here are the things you have to do. The strategy is set expectations. So you've got to talk to her about it first. Okay. Great. Okay. But that's what's the opposite of foolproof? It's fool.
It's foolhardy.
It's foolhardy. Okay. And we've already failed at that.
Yeah.
All right. We've already so the expectations are not there.
Yeah.
Delaying the smartphone if possible.
Okay.
You've already not done that.
That's blown.
Create a written family tech agreement. Have you guys done it?
Nope.
Okay. So 0 for 3. Talk about the why and not just the rule. You've still not done that.
So there are no practical recommendations
You're
here.
0 for 6. You're not. She's not off of social media.